Gather round, we got no gods to please. Saturday night, no sermons, just ease. Discussions flow like midnight breeze. No prophets here, just minds to tease. We talk big bangs and evolution. Question faith with our solution. Stars align in our confusion. Breaking free from old illusion. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Fun and laugh at myth believers. Here we're all truth seekers. Open hearts and swift deceivers. Make your stand, no hidden levers. Raise your glass to reason's thrill. No ancient text, it's our own will. Debate till dawn, feel the chill. Saturday night, we've got the skill. Echoes of a godless choir. Like the world, we spark the fire. Free thought mindset to inspire. No holy walls to take us higher. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Join the fun, no need for trust. Dust to dust, we're stardust. No heaven high or hell to fear. Saturday night, we hold it dear. Fun and laugh at myth believers. Here we're all truth seekers.
Hola, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to
Fabuloso.
Saturday night. Yeah. I don't have my camera on tonight. I had tooth removed. I'm kind of puffy, so kind of sore, kind of making faces. We've got Slim joining us tonight. And seen Slim lately, I said, hey, Slim, why don't you stop by? And Slim did with his new specs and everything, showing them off for us. I wear specs too, so don't feel bad. I think most of us do here.
Yeah, but it's still getting used to.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, my son didn't get his till he got older, and I mean, they're real mild. They're like paper thin. They're so nothing, but it's one of those things. I was driving limo, and I kept missing addresses and stuff, and I was like, this isn't very professional when you're looking real hard for so I've been pretty steady on them ever since. But before that, I only really wore them at school back in the day, because they weren't nothing but like trying to see some things on the board. I was having trouble with and that, but as I've gotten a little older, though, they went to bifocals, which I really don't like the bifocals. So I think next time I'm gonna skip onto bifocals. Be careful not to bite my cheek when I'm talking. Haven't heard from Simos. We assume Simos is still recuperating. That's the last word I heard from him. Simos does have some issues he's dealt with before, and seems like he's dealing with them once again. I don't want to speak for Simos, let him speak for himself, but he said, okay, Robin said she talked to him yesterday, said he was feeling better. Okay, oh, Simos is here. Hey. There we go. There's
Hey.
Hello, Simos. Good to hear
Hello.
your
Speak of the
voice.
freaking devil.
Simon.
Yeah,
I heard my name was being mentioned on the internet. I have a special
Yeah.
alarm system which tells me whenever somebody says my name. And
Wait, did we say
yeah,
3 times in a row?
at least.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you, Dave?
I'm not having the greatest day, but I'm here. I had some oral surgery on top of everything, so my face is kind of puffy. I had a broken tooth taken out, and so it was pretty miserable as far as my mouth, and if even yawning or anything pulls on it, you know what I mean? It's just
yeah.
With what you're dealing with, a broken tooth could kick your ass, but so could having it yanked. So
Yeah.
Actually, she did a good job. She was really cool, a young girl. She gabbed away and bunk, bunk, bunk. She said it'd come out in pieces, and it did. And 2 roots and a crown, what was left of the crown. But it had fallen apart, and there was just no fixing it. And
Yeah.
it had a root canal, and so I wouldn't be feeling the pain unless it, traveled. And I didn't want it to reach that point or anything else. So the dentist said, if I was you, I'd go see him. So I went and saw her, and she took care of it in a timely manner. She shot me up good. I didn't feel a dang thing. I didn't even feel after the first shot, I didn't even feel anything. She said, I'm going to give you some extra so you don't feel nothing. And I'm like, okay. And she was right. I didn't feel nothing. So that went smoothly, although she had to put a stitch in it and everything to keep it closed up. So it's probably going to take a little extra healing. But I do appreciate when they can fix you.
Yeah.
As far as my other stuff going, I had chemo last Friday. I was doing good until the other day. I got a little tired feeling the other day.
Okay.
But when they give you the chemo, they give you steroids. So for days along with it, you feel pretty wired. And then you crash real hard.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
So
I'm still on steroids.
Are you?
Yeah. Not much, though. Only 10 milligrams a day.
Well, they had me dosed after surgery, so I was really, everybody knows I was really wired. After the chemo, they only give it to you for 2 days just to, I don't know, just to get you by or whatever, so you don't have a strong reaction or something, and then you're back off, which is good because it had my legs swollen and all kind of nasty things before, and you're dealing with all them side effects, Simos.
I do, yeah.
That's one of the worst parts of side effects. You give me the drugs, but man,
It kicks your ass every time.
It does.
Yeah, they had me on fentanyl when I was actually in hospital.
Oh, gee.
I
Yeah,
had some of those too. I still have some.
Okay, no, I just said no. You keep them now. I've had enough of those.
I got a whole bin full of brown bottles, including ones from the dentist for swelling and pain, and it takes a while. I got to go through them and say this one. Then I got ones for my stomach, and I got ones for things that I guess the chemo takes care of, like folic acid. I guess it really wipes out of your body. So that's one of the supplements I'm on. And
the chemo's real tough. I remember my mum going through that.
It is.
That wipes you. Yeah.
You don't feel it. It don't bother you, but a couple days later, it creeps up on you, and wham! It just nails you. So
yeah.
But
I've got a shout out to anybody that knows. But Nate the lawyer had a tumor as well. Massive, absolutely fucking massive one, right in the middle of his head. But he's okay. He's had surgery and he's okay. So big shout out to Nate the lawyer, and anybody that knows him, send him best wishes.
Best wishes to you, and everybody else that's dealing with these kind of things. The medications are wonderful, but the side effects are awful. And anything with your noggin has all kind of side effects and all kind of pills they give you to protect your noggin. So one way or another, you're going to get a bunch of pills, and it's just no fun at all.
Yeah, I mean, when I was in, I had delusions for like 10 days, 10 days worth of delusions. Just scary as shit.
I guess I couldn't stop talking after surgery. I don't know if I was happy to wake up or happy to still be around or what, but I kept talking to everybody like I was really happy to talk to everybody.
After the tooth surgery, yeah?
No, after my head surgery.
Oh, okay. Well, they gave you the good stuff.
Yeah, I spent most of the time in the ICU high as a kite and talking to everybody. So I talked the ears off the nurses and the doctors and anybody else that came in the room because I just wanted to talk to some. I guess I was just happy to be around, I wasn't sure I'd wake up, I mean, they were working on your brain, that's not cool. So I had made a short message before surgery and everything to my family and everything, telling them I love them and that kind of thing. But that's about all the time I had, and they wheeled me off to surgery. I mean, they said, you got to go to surgery right now. And they were serious. I mean,
Yeah.
I went from one hospital to another hospital to prep to surgery all within a matter of hours. I probably spent more time in the surgery than I spent going to surgery.
Yeah, I was out for 8 days.
Were you?
8 days of surgery, yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah,
I hope they fixed you up good.
I mean, I'm out. I'm beat up as hell. I mean, not only have I got beat up from the operation, but beforehand, of course, all my muscles acclimatized to having no oxygen. So they all. So now I've got to build them back up again, which is a pain. I'm not
weak too.
I'm not on oxygen. Yeah, it's not nice at all. But like a bit of will and determination goes a long way, I find. So.
Yeah, my buddies have been on me about alternatives and been checking all those out, and I listen to everybody, like you should.
Yeah, keep moving, keep the willpower going.
I got me an automated bicycle rider for the feet. You put under the desk.
Oh, fantastic!
Keep
that
my
sounds
legs
great.
moving and stuff. Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Figured with all the sitting around I'm doing, I'm not, and it's being cold out and everything, I can't really walk around outside. So I don't know where you're at, but here it's cold. Even my wife was cold this morning getting the laundry. It was the dryer's outside, so on cold days we are aware of it if we use the dryer.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I mean, I saved that money beforehand so I could afford the fuel bill.
Yeah.
So inside is nice and warm. I got myself a treadmill, so I'm okay.
Good. Yeah, the worst thing you can do is sit around. I mean, they used to have you sit around, but then they found out that's the worst thing you can do for most problems is even cutting you now. I mean, they have you sit around for like a day or something, and then they want you to move a little bit and don't let everything get stiff. And especially Joe's been having problems with his back over at the Kentucky Atheist, and I said, I've dealt with back problems, and the worst thing you can do is sit still. You get so stiff and tight and sore, and it's just miserable. So, well, it's really good to see you, Simos.
You got to do what you can.
Yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be here for because, as I say, I still feel real beat up. So,
well, it's one of those days. I mean, we're feeling a little off, and Scott's might have to tuck early, and so I said, well, no big deal. We'll go as long as we can. This is nothing new. This is somebody else saying how wrong evolution is. Of course, we've heard enough creationists that they accept evolution. They just don't want to say it's evolution because that takes out from the Bible story or whatever their religion might be. I've heard the Muslims use the same arguments, and explanations.
Stories. So.
But they're still describing evolution. I mean, you're different than your parents. Your dog is different than the neighbor's dog.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know,
I always when they go transitional fossil, I would say, well, your grandparents.
right.
They're in the ground, are they?
I'm nothing.
Yeah.
I've got a big
Say, I'll
grandparent and a little
dig 'em up.
grandparent. You know,
Dig
it's
them
like
up, and you can see a transitional fossil.
right.
Anyway, let me just say hello to a couple of people in chat because I think there's a few well wishes. Robin, thank you so much. Skeptic Scott, of course. Hi, mate. Let's farm the tilting windmill. It's a pleasure to see you. And Jacqueline, thank you so much. Jinx. Who else we got here? Anybody else I recognise? Oh, Brainless, thank you. And
I want to thank everybody too
and
for
Tori.
checking on me. Oh yeah, Tori's great.
And Tori as well. Thank you. Oh, and you heard about Nate, yeah.
Yep.
Jesus, you should have seen his fucking X-ray, dude.
Well, that's how I was. I mean, I had no problems until they took a picture of my head and they said, we found something. Now, fortunately, it was small, but there is no small in your head. I mean, it's just.
Well, there was that whole collapsing in the kitchen thing.
Yeah.
Rabid Atheist. Yeah, good to see you, mate.
Good to see you. Yeah, Brainless has been around hanging out with us for 8 months, and it's got to be longer than that because I think Brainless has been here for about every show.
Yeah,
but
as
far as I've had memberships, and we appreciate all the memberships. I've gotten over, I got about 100 members. I've got about, it crossed over 600 subscriptions, and I want to thank everybody. And so just like Simo said, thank you everybody for checking on us. We do appreciate it. It goes a long way. It touches our heart. And for everybody else that's dealing with similar things, more power to you. Hang in there. Fight the good fight, all those kind of things. Or other things. May everybody grow old and pass in their sleep, but unfortunately it doesn't happen that way. So, but, speaking of, we've got, let's say, Brainless has been here for 8 months, so we're going to give everybody a shout out in the chats with a quickie here.
We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast.
Yes, we did.
And we love having Slim here along with Simos. Slim wasn't in the hospital, but Slim had a similar medical thing going on. He got some specs, and he's wearing his specs like he's supposed to and everything. So we wish well on Slim's eyeballs.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Slim.
Yeah, we haven't seen Slim lately, so I said, hey, Slim, why don't you stop by and say hi so we all know you're above ground and well and all those kind of things. And it's always a pleasure to have Slim joining us. And even more, we had Simos drop by. We've got Scott here, and we've got Mike. Scott said he might drop off early, too. That's okay. And Brainless, bringing up the rear as always. Brainless is always first in, last out. Sometimes he bounces around a little bit, but he's always here, and we appreciate him, especially being overseas and how many hours difference that he stays up and hangs out with us. And hi, Tori. Hi, Jess. Hi, Robin. Hello, Tilting. Skeptic Philosophy. All you are great folks. We've got Fred here. We've got Katie. We've got Farm and Jacqueline. We've got folks that are here in the panel joining us. We've got Ed from the Rabid Atheist. Yes, it is good to see Simos. We were concerned we hadn't heard from him, and it was good to hear from him too. Thanks for checking in with us, Simos.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
trying to come back a little slowly. That's all.
Well, we don't expect much. I mean, especially from somebody that's ill and just hey, I'm here, just so we don't
Yeah.
worry. As much appreciated.
Well,
Jacqueline,
it's almost,
or
I'm kind of
yeah,
irritated. It's almost you're laying around in the hospital while we're out here fighting the good fight. I don't.
Yeah.
I know.
And what the
Jeez.
hell?
Tell me about it. Oh my
Stop
god.
it. Stop it.
I didn't think I was coming out. I really didn't at one point.
Really?
Oh yeah, just the drugs. Oh my god. It
Yeah.
was very, very heavy. I was having heavy delusions and like everything, hallucinations. I was having auditory hallucinations. The
Holy
lot.
shit.
I was
Absolutely the
No,
lot.
I
Dot
was
was talking
speeding.
to you. Dot
I
was
was
speaking to
speeding
you.
more than anything. I didn't get much sleep afterwards, or when I first got home, I was only a couple hours at a time, maybe. A lot of that was just dozing off in a chair and waking back up, and and then I got just the opposite recently. I get tired, and I wake up, and I'm still tired. So it's like the naps just don't do any good. They go right through you. You just want to close your eyes and relax afterwards, and you try to get a little exercise and stuff. And I lost 14 pounds. My doctor was not happy. Of course, at first the doctor didn't realize I had put on weight between water weight from the surgery, and I knew I would need some weight for chemo and everything. So I had put on about 15 and 15, and there was another 15 missing. So it was 45 pounds, and she was freaking out. She said, "You're disappearing." But it was actually only 15. And so I have a doctor that, how many of you have a doctor telling you to put on weight? And I don't care what you eat, put it in your mouth. It's like, oh, okay.
They told
Really
that to
weird.
me as well, and I put 20 kilos on, which is 40
Yeah.
pounds or something. And I came out of the thing, and they weighed me, and I'd only lost 2 kilos. And
that's
I was
good.
I was disappointed. I was like, oh, I thought I was going to lose a lot more than that.
Well, at least you held it. I
I
mean,
was looking forward to putting more on again. But anyway,
yeah,
there you go.
me too. Even some candy or something, but I just don't have the taste for much, and it's
Oh no,
really
my
really
list
a
of
bummer.
banned food. My list of banned food is so long. It's untrue. I can't eat sugar, eggs,
No.
seafood. It's just a whole load of shit I can't eat now.
Anything of an extreme I don't like either. Too sweet, too spicy, too sugary, just too much of anything.
I've stopped asking them what I can't eat now. Can I eat this?
Milk
No. Can I have that?
Milk is a good standby. At least milk has some stuff in it, and I can chug the milk. I can put away the milk, but other stuff, it's like even Gatorade and stuff, it's a matter of watering it down and stuff, and just so it doesn't have that quick burst of flavor or non-flavor, whatever you want to call it. But we are all glad to be here. We might not be here. So, I mean, it's another day of being here. All of us appreciate being here. I mean, we could have been taken out by a bus, right?
Well, Dave, we're glad you and Simus are here with us. And my comment on Gatorade is it tastes like disappointment, except maybe unless you're really dehydrated. Otherwise,
that's the thing. It's got electrolytes and proteins all over it, and even the milk advertises, and
that's what plants crave.
Yeah, and I do too. I wake up and I'm so thirsty, and I want some milk because I know the milk goes down good. And thank you, milk.
And it's protein as well, which is always good.
Yeah, whole milk with the chunks in it and everything. Give it to me,
No, I can't have that anymore either.
Can't have that either.
Got to be pasteurized.
Well, I have the whole milk. I don't cheat that way, but just short of the heat and the pasteurizing. And it goes down so good. Anyway,
that's how it is.
Tonight we've got the usual. It's a terrible video, and the guy's telling us how wrong evolution is, and telling everybody else how wrong evolution is. And
Totally
you know,
wrong.
we're just gonna have a few laughs, and we're gonna wish everybody well, like we just did. And who knows, we might end it up a little early tonight. We're all feeling under the weather a little bit. It's just one of those crappy days, so we'll see how things go. And in the meantime, I do have, instead of playing my video, I put up the meme here that says, "Stop lying to yourself. This shit never effing happened." And that's my theme for my show is
What? You're kidding me. So you're saying that,
Yeah.
that tigers and polar bears don't get on with each other? Is that what you're saying?
well, you know, especially with having a near miss and everything, you know, I mean, you think about death and afterlife and gods and all those things cross your mind, and yeah, you know, I'm all good. If there's a God, then I'm good with it, you know. It's the silly stories, you know. It
Yeah.
always comes back to the silly stories. And if you want to write a book about, oh, there's this super powerful being and he can wield universes, okay, you know, why not, right? But he built a magic zoo boat. And it's like, you know, come on. This super wise being had to build a magic zoo boat. You know, your credibility falls apart. So that's basically where I've always been. I don't give anything 100%. Nobody should. But gods are way up there because of the fact that if there is a gods, they're kicking back and doing their own thing. They sure aren't healing anybody or, you know, taking care of the abused little ones or anything else. So, you know, what good are they doing us, right? And if it's only after we're gone, then it's only after we're gone that we really need to talk to them because they aren't doing anything while we're here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
Dave, he didn't make the magic zoo boat. He needed a human to make the magic zoo boat for him.
And then he couldn't even make the magic zoo boat.
Yeah.
You're right. He did all
Damn
those other
lazy.
magical things.
Damn lazy,
You're
if you
darn
ask
right.
me. Uh,
Like, I'm just going to kick back over here. You build a big wooden boat. And, you know, it didn't even come in a kit with, you know, slot A and slot B where it'd be easy or something, you know. It just, there's the trees, get busy, you know. And I've never done a lot of carving, but anybody that's done any kind of work on anything knows that it's a lot easier to buy it in pieces already cut and slot A goes in slot B versus getting a pile of lumber or a pile of dirt or a pile of rock or whatever it may be, whatever your subject matter may be. It's a lot harder to work with that matter than it is.
well, I believe gopher wood does come in planks.
It must.
That's how it grows, apparently. Grows with planks and nails attached.
So
That's handy.
the weirdo CKA Evan posted a link about inconvenient health and interview or something. And it's called patient advocacy. Something about that.
Yeah.
So we should
Alice
check
Hodges is here. Hello, Alice.
Alice
Oh,
Hodges. Anyway, I'm going to put that in my description.
Yeah, please drop it. Drop it in the chat too for me. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Private chat.
You can just put it in the chat.
Well, he already put the link in the chat. So,
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm going to put it in my description. So,
All
I
right.
have it because the advocacy thing. I got like so many people up north that are like in and out of the hospital, and the hospitals just seem to be like trying to get them out without doing anything, without figuring anything out, without any solutions.
It is a different world, isn't it? They used to keep you forever.
Healthcare is really starting to suck. It's really unbelievably bad lately.
When was the last time you heard, when can we get you out of here? That seems to be a new thing. Even when I was in ICU, I'm sure Simos heard it too. When can we get this guy out of here? You know?
Yeah, they want you out as soon as. Yeah.
Yep. And the occupancy is too. They're counting beds, and a lot of times they want to send somebody home so they can put somebody else in that bed. So they're they're quite busy.
Yeah.
And of course, I wish all those folks well. I mean, being like I said, I didn't get much sleep, so I was watching the helicopter come in all night long and all day long, and it's like, gee whiz, those people got to be messed up to be riding on a helicopter, you know? And then you don't feel so sorry for yourself. And then, you know, you think about your demise and how old you are, and then you feel sorry for yourself. And then, well, everybody goes through it, and you don't feel so sorry for yourself. So it's an up and down thing. It takes you on a roller coaster, and it's like anything else. You know, when you're young or old, if you talk about the end, you talk about the end, right? That's right. We see your X on the wall, Slim.
Oh,
I just forgot the fish was behind me.
by the way, Joel Duff did a really good thing on lemurs in Madagascar and creationism, and how ridiculous the story is when you look into it, and it's really worth a watch. I think it just came out today, right, Scott? Something like that. Scott.
Today or yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Joel makes
Duff
great
does
videos.
such a good
I think it
job.
premiered today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He does a good job.
Anyway, yeah.
So-
I'm gonna put that mod description. I don't know about your
This-
description, Dave, but mod description.
This
Okay.
guy, yeah. I'll check your description later if I remember.
I like my description. I'm really proud of my description. Overly proud of my descriptions. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not.
So proud.
I'm so proud.
But we'll pull this guy up. I don't know if he has any credentials. I doubt it, because none of them sounded like they stayed awake in science class. But
I'm gonna put this in chat too.
I wish for somebody to have a good argument, you know, instead of using the same old crap and citing people like Ken Ham and Hawaiian Shirt Guy and everything like that. I'm looking for a good argument. It's not that I want to believe argument. It's a good argument, and not the Magic Zoo boat, right? I mean, it just seems like they don't have good arguments, so they fall back on, well, either you'll find out after you're gone, and then haha, or hee, whatever it may be, or there's just they'll flat out tell you, well, there's no proof. You just have to have faith and pick one, and among the hundreds that are followed today and thousands over time, and hope you got the right one, which doesn't seem like a very good argument, but they think it is. Whatever I should say religion it is, that person thinks they've got it all figured out. So more power to them. If you do have a good argument, bring forward a good argument, you know, or just say that it's all a faith-based system. You just believe because you want to, or you like the stories, or you like the idea, and quit trying to badmouth the scientists just trying to do their job, you know?
These people need to stop doing this shit.
Yeah. So let's find this guy here. See what he has to say.
Oh man, cool.
You say, why are we opening to Romans chapter 1? We've been here before. Yeah, we're going to be
What?
here.
Romans what?
He's starting out with Romans.
Come on,
I mean,
is that like the first sentence?
how could he
First
possibly
sentence. Come on,
be starting out with
No.
Romans?
bring it up.
No.
He's going to go on about it too. So let's
Okay,
see
Dave, we've seen enough of this video. Let's just,
what he says.
call it. Yeah, let's call it.
Don't tell me that. That's the last thing you want to say when you don't want me to play a video.
There's plenty to cover in this great chapter. So if you've been here for a while, you'd notice that we're taking our topics, usually we take our topics from Romans 1, also Romans chapter 2, when I realized there was something missing from Romans chapter 1. And so we're going back there this morning. So many topics in one.
Romans.
And if you look at the bottom there, he also has Romans underneath the Facebook thing there too. So
Yeah, Romans.
So I don't know if you know,
One
but
of my favorites.
if you open up the Bible and you look at Romans 1, right under the subtitle is Molecular Biology of the Cell. That's actually
Of
where they
course
get all
it is.
their info from.
Of course it is.
I mean,
That's a
what have the
subtitle.
Romans ever done for us, eh?
I know.
That's true.
Fuck them.
Nothing, not much lately. Positive or negative, not much lately.
Sometimes in
What do
one
you-
verse to cover, but we'll be venturing away after we read this great passage.
Oh no.
Evolution, atheist.
Put two
Right.
and two together here. Evolution
Yeah.
and
Little mistake.
atheist has nothing to do with each other.
Is that a
Right, you made
sentence?
a little mistake.
or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You can,
Who knows?
You can be an atheist and you can not believe in evolution.
Yeah,
So there,
it's possible.
it's possible. Anybody can reject science they don't like, and that's all they're doing. So now, what deep down inside, who knows? And like we say about the creationists, they're admitting to evolution. They just don't want to say evolution. They
Well,
will-
they admit to microevolution, and we all know
Oh.
that's still evolution. So
Yeah, it's macro or micro that they always claim.
yeah, I always get them when I talk to a creationist. The first thing I ask them is, "Did microevolution happen? Does it happen?" And they always go yes, and I go, "Well, that's the debate finished then. Thank you very much." And they go, "Oh, no, and then they got to explain it all.
but.
Yeah.
There's too
No,
many
no,
buts.
we're done, mate. You know, I do the Darth Dawkins thing. Yeah, we're done here now. Thanks, mate.
I think I'm gonna,
Hi,
I'm gonna
Randy.
read Romans.
And hi, Orion. Yeah, but it's a popular one, especially with the crowd, the YECs run in.
Oh, no.
That's why I made the video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just brought up so much that I heard it for the last dang time, and I said,
No.
any of that book is just loaded with a bunch of nonsense, directed
Oh yeah.
purely at not at us, and it seems like specific people ticked him off. So
Yeah. I mean, call
who
me a
he's talking
fool.
to, I don't know. Yeah.
Call me a fool if you like, but I think it's all nonsense.
So this
Yeah,
is
and if-
somebody writing about Paul. That's what Romans is.
Paul's letter to the Romans is Paul's letter to the Romans, and it's
Well, all
about
of
their
them.
behavior, not anybody else's. So I like to say, well, I'm not Roman, and the other thing is, like I said, I'm going to go to the metaphorical pearly gates, whatever, right? Whatever. There's a guy sitting at a gate. He's got a book in front of him, and he's going to mark it off. And the thing he's going to hold against me is I didn't see the invisible things. And
Yeah.
you expect me to keep a straight face.
I mean, weirdly as well, Romans not known for their atheism. Greeks,
No.
yeah, there was quite a few Greeks that were known to be naturalists or potentially atheists. Some were actually prosecuted and put to death for atheism or atheos. But Romans, no, they had a strong belief in the gods. So it's kind of weird that it specifically mentions a fool in his heart says there is no God. I feel that there's some kind of cognitive bias going on there, maybe.
I mean, I like to row with some men, but that's completely different.
Hey, Randy, how you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Randy. Yeah, we got Simos with us tonight. We have fought over the highest mountains, and we have gone across the greatest deserts, and we have brought back these Simos just for the special occasion.
Yes.
Especially with the holiday daunting and everything, we just had to have them. And then I said, hey, you know who else I haven't heard from was Slim. So I got Slim on here too, and Slim's showing off the new specs. They are sporty specs. So at least
They look good on him.
They do make sporty ones. Yeah, I like
say they're
mine. They have
spectacular
a
spec.
name on them and everything, and it makes a difference.
Yeah, Slim now looks as smart as he is.
There you go.
There
Still
we
pretty
go.
still pretty dumb because he's American.
Yeah, thank you.
What'd you say, Scott?
You mentioned
No, I
America.
said you might say they're spectacular specs.
Oh,
Thank
there you
you.
go.
You can clearly see they are great specs.
They are great specs.
I've
the
mentioned
specs of
that
those
in
specs?
passing,
Yeah.
and
Pausing.
but I haven't
Yes.
focused.
He's seriously Australian. He's
Yeah,
pausing.
yeah. Yeah, although it's quite mild. It is quite a mild accent that he's got there.
And he throws
Are they-
ones in that are real heavy. It's weird.
Are they
Right.
reading from the King James Bible? Is that what I'm guessing?
I'm sure. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
You're an excellent
New
guesser.
International.
Yeah, or the NIV is another one. I think
Oh,
the
they're Baptists, yeah.
ESV is another one.
Yeah, no, I've been
Depends who
reading
you're talking to.
out of the new ones, which are those, what you're speaking about, not manicured ones to fit a narrative of a king.
Yeah.
So
But when I went
the
to
new
church, it was all KJV. That's what everybody had, and they handed it to you. So I think it takes a little more looking and a little more denominational searching, because the KJVs just seem to be everywhere.
Yeah.
so which one should I read?
Oh.
Well, the
oh,
KJV does a lot of thee, thou, like Old English stuff. So if
Oh,
you're into
okay.
like Macbeth or something, you might enjoy the KJV version because of the way it's
Wow.
written.
Why are
But
they
if you
so
wanna go
different? The different
more
versions.
They have American versions and everything in English. So
loads, yeah. I usually
words
read
that
the
you
Play-
recognize.
I usually read the Playboy version because it's got some good pictures.
Playboy
It's a lot
version.
shorter, Joe.
Okay, let's hear what he has to say about evolution.
On
Evolution?
much
Evolution.
in a whole message. And so we're going to look at that and look what the Bible says here in Romans chapter 1 about it.
The
Know
Bible.
what it says.
It has been extremely damaging to people's belief in God.
It
Now,
says
hold
that
on.
in Romans chapter 1. It
A
does.
scientific idea makes you that weak in your belief in God. Now,
Yeah, you don't got much. You got
like
much
I was
faith.
saying, you might say, well, you know what? Obviously, the Magic Zoo boat or whatever are against evolution and stuff. You know, obviously, that's just a story. But
You ever
it
wonder
shouldn't
if
take away
these guys?
that God did it. Or
You
you have
ever
a weak
wonder if
belief.
these guys think maybe we're wrong about God?
Yeah.
Does anybody in a religion ever say, you know, I'm wrong about God? God
They're
isn't
too-
the way I thought.
Yeah.
They're too scared to not have an afterlife, and that's what's scurry for them. That's what they need. Their key to be is that God needs to be there so they can pretend they're going to see their relatives after they die.
Yeah.
You know, and that's such a weird mentality to me, because right now the way I think of death is the way I think of like when you lay down for a nap because you're real tired and you drift off to sleep. I'm not afraid of that.
No.
You know, and to me, that's what death is. It's like going into a nap, but
Yeah, there's nothing about death to fear. It's missing
Yeah,
people and stuff
yeah.
like that creeps in your mind.
or for me, it's will people miss me? Will people hurt because I'm
Right.
gone? And
Well, you know what would really
that's the thing
scare
that
the fuck
we
out of
do.
me? What would really scare the fuck out of me is if, I went to sleep and I woke up and there was like the pearly gates and they were judging me and I don't know if I have a body anymore. And like all my fucking dead aunts and uncles
No,
are
you-
up there looking at me,
You
looking
got
down their
the
nose.
perfect body.
Like, what the
Oh,
fuck? I don't want that shit.
Well, if
You
it
know,
turns
I
out,
think-
if it turns out that heaven is real and the pearly gates are there, I'm gonna do exactly what my dog did to me last night. I'm gonna march right up to those pearly gates, stare St. Peter in the eye, and just start
Yeah.
pissing everywhere. Because that's what my dog did to me, and it really flustered me. So I thought, all right,
Oh
cause some
yeah, you're
fluster.
still talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
And-
I
and
think
you-
it's.
and you-
I think
you know,
it's.
there's- sorry.
Yeah, I think it's that it's not that they're afraid of death because they think they're going to live forever. I don't think that's it. I think they're afraid that if they lose their religion, then they won't have somewhere to go at weekends, and they won't have like the neighbours won't
Oh,
like them anymore, and
Right,
everybody
right,
will
right.
look
Oh,
at
that's a
them and
big part
go.
of it.
Everybody will just look at them and know that they're not a Christian.
And get
Well,
judgy.
That's a big part
the
of
other
it.
thing is a lot of people were force fed this at a very, very young age. And so your
Mm.
brain is already soaked in with, because I had this same thing. It was crazy when I deconverted. It took me like so long for my brain to go, okay, wait, there is a no ending. You know, like as soon as I die, the light turns off. That's it. It's like you
Yeah.
said, taking a nap, going to sleep. Is there something else? I hope, but no, there's no proof that I have. And that's the thing is we've been bound it in our head. And most of these people, they've never read the Bible. They go to church and they get told by somebody what it says. They've never read it like we have. Most
and
atheists have
there's
read
not
it.
much about heaven in the Bible.
Yeah.
You figure for its biggest selling point, I often bring it up. It's the
Yeah.
salesman's dream job, right? You're selling heaven. I mean, what product would you rather sell than the greatest thing ever? And you hardly ever hear about it. You hear about Jesus, but you don't hear about heaven.
Yeah, and you know the thing about death is that like it's probably like going to sleep. There's actually people that say like, who says that every time you go to sleep you don't die and just
Yeah. You're a new person when you wake up.
there's a new person
Right.
when you wake up.
Yeah. And there is. I mean, well, in fact, in every moment of your consciousness, you are something new. There's no continuity. There's nothing that's continuous.
And I found out your taste buds only run about give or take a week. So every week you taste different.
I thought it was a little bit longer than
Yeah.
that, but yeah, it's something like that. And
It's-
when you have a split tongue, and it's even weirder.
Does it hit you more on one side than the other?
Well, one of the things that happens is I keep biting on the left side of my tongue like all the time because it's weaker than the right side for some reason, and it doesn't move out of the way. And so when I'm chewing food fast, I'll just bite on. And like right now, I have bitten on my tongue. I almost bit off the end of my tongue 2 months ago because I bit it so hard. I thought I was going to have to go into to get surgery done on it.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's why. And now I put my tongue. I put my tongue over my tongue, and then now I eat. It's. I have to put my tongue over my tongue to eat now.
Is there a way to work that muscle? I don't know. Can you develop the tongue?
I mean, if I had a volunteer that would let me go down on them, then yes.
Yeah,
then
I
I
can
could
think of a way to
totally.
do
But
that.
never mind.
You need
Never
a female
mind.
friend for that.
Of course, I had that answer in mind. I didn't know if the tongue was like other muscles where you could make it.
Yeah, no.
You
The
know,
more that I work it out,
He-Man
it
tongue,
definitely helps.
Woman.
Go to the gym. Yeah.
Go to the gym tongue.
Work
Go
out your
down,
tongue in the
go
gym.
down to the
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah, because there's so many tongue gyms out there.
And that's what I'm saying. Go down to the gym.
That's a name I've never heard of. I mean, it could be the name for one. You know,
Tongue
people are
gym.
always looking for names.
Or you could just chew huge amounts of bubble gum and move it around with one side of your tongue or another. It's not as fun as what you're talking about, probably.
That was bothering Mrs. Desk. She had to go to the dentist, and she was asking, "Hey, this thing's sore." And it's like, "You chew a lot of gum?" Yeah, I chew a lot of gum. Well, see, there it is. I said, "Nap, nap, 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 snap, snap, nap, 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 snap, 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 snap," always going on in her mouth. And yeah, you work that one side too much.
Yeah, so since we're talking about that, when I went into the dentist the last time, they took x-rays, and he comes out and he's like, "What the hell do you do to the right side of your jaw? I've never seen wearing like that." And I'm like, "Oh, I eat glass for a living." He's like, "Oh, that makes sense." Okay.
Do you use enamel restore type products or anything? Or
No, I haven't. I just need to go back in and have them put the porcelain back in the front of my teeth again. I just need to have them porcelained again. So yeah.
I know they've got those products out on they're pushing it restores the coatings on your teeth and everything. Of course, I'm at the point now where most of my teeth are crowns or they're not what they used to be.
Well,
way,
I am.
guess. Well, I guess
I am.
Either way, they're fake. Yeah.
I am looking into getting colored porcelain on the front of my teeth, so I may get colors, and I want to do black fangs for my 4 fangs, or at least a deep blood red, maybe.
I was going to say red to go with your other red stuff, but yeah, it's up to you.
Well, and that would be fun for be like Dracula stuff. If they're blood red, it's like I just bit into somebody. But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Damaging to generations in the past and generations to come. This theory that a dead man invented out of nothing.
The theory that a dead man invented out of nothing. Well, that's got to be the worst explanation of evolution I've ever heard. A dead man.
Oh, I thought he was talking about
that's
the Bible.
Jesus, right? Yeah, that's amongst several other people in the Bible.
Right.
They're all dead people came up.
Yeah,
with
they're
stupid
dead
shit.
people doing things. And what was the last thing he said?
That is amazing. I've never heard that one before.
I never heard that one before.
So there are a handful of people that have come back from the grave, especially like there's a handful of people. So this isn't just like specifically for Jeebus, you know, like there are a lot of people.
Well,
yeah, no, especially back in the medieval time or back in the day, it was very popular.
Are you something
Napoleon,
after you die? Yeah.
Napoleon, they've seen him revived 9 times or something. That he actually, an imposter, actually caused a war where they went to war with another country and they lost by 20,000 people because somebody was claiming to be the reincarnation of Nero. So I mean, it happens all over history. Till recently, till we can go, oh, you know, with DNA testing and blah 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 and medical stuff.
It's a fascinating thing to study.
And
there hasn't been any proof one way or another, but it's a big field of study. Go ahead, Brainless.
Have you? No, but back in those days, you could also travel like for a couple of days and then just say, yes, I am that person, and nobody would be any wiser because, like, yeah, they never seen that person before.
Right.
Have you heard the thing about how Jesus had a twin or had a brother that was 2 years away from him or something that looked like him, and they think that he was the one who was going around pretending to be Jesus after he got, you know what I'm saying.
I've heard that one, and I've also quoted things from the Bible where they didn't recognize the guy.
Yeah,
you don't recognize a guy back from the dead. What's wrong with you?
No one recognized him.
No one recognized him.
It was 3 apostles, I think, and then like his mom or somebody else. I don't remember everybody, but there was a handful of people that said his mannerisms, he doesn't look the same. But I guess if you were a zombie, you wouldn't act the same.
It's weak.
Yeah, and if you lay dead in a tomb in the Middle East for 3 days, nobody would recognize you.
Well, we don't know it was 3 days.
Yeah,
I think it's at 3.
It could have just been after they closed the door, and then he boogied. Well, even if it had a door.
Yeah. Because if you look at the different, if you look at the Hebrew version, the Roman version, and then it translated into whatever is the next thing, there's 46 days or 42 days in between, and before, he was supposed to. Anyways, he was 36 when he died, and then it was a couple days before or after, or they don't have a complete date on when he died and how many days were the 3 days. And why was it 3 days? It's always weird that there's 3 days that he chose to die and then come back. Why wasn't it kill and awaken?
I think it has something to do with the lamb, the time for doing the lamb or something. it's very odd the way they do it. If he was
Well,
already dead, then just have him come back right on the cross. Why even put him in the tomb? Have the empty
Yeah,
tomb, everything. Just, blammo with all the lights and everything right there on the cross the minute he dies. Doesn't that justify back from the dead? The Roman
And then-
pierces him, and then he says, I'm back. Look, it's
Yeah, no,
healed.
but-
I'm
no,
climbing
but also-
down.
maybe they put him down and like he got up immediately after that, after everybody left,
How
and then they
dare you
just
get
came back 3 days later.
up? Yeah.
Because they just
Well,
came
see,
back
there-
3 days later. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple holes. And the other thing is who saw him first? Was it Magdalarium or whatever her name was? Because she went to go anoint him
Was it
after.
one or three or whatever it was?
Yeah. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
was it in the morning or was it in the afternoon? And then when did the other people come there to see it as well? So like the Bible already confuzzles itself with the timeline that it says when Jesus was seen back again, and when supposedly they saw him resurrect, which nobody actually says that. They just see that he was gone or something like that, and then he appeared.
Right.
It's another story where there's like a lot to the story that doesn't have to be there. It seems like
That's what you
Yeah,
do when
nobody-
you're lying to somebody. You put in
Yeah.
weird information for no reason, and you're like, "Oh, you're fucking
nobody knew
lying."
how to tell the story. They're all different. Even the Gospels are different. So that means
Well-
they heard it from people telling different stories, and each
I'm
one
like-
has their own little twist on it. And it's these things that become either so ridiculous or they were true. This guy actually got up from the dead, but to make a good story, they wrote a good story around it rather than guy got up from the dead.
By the way, somebody posted the Holy
the
Koolaid
book.
video that just came out, where the
yeah?
historical event that destroys resurrection claims. And I haven't listened to the whole thing, but what I listened to was really interesting. So if
He
you
puts
want to
a lot
hear a
of-
really good take on the resurrection,
Yeah, he puts a lot of work and details and research into his videos. He does.
I think
And I
put that
Bart.
in my
description.
I think Bart Ehrman has done one talking about the brother of Jesus. Did he really have a brother?
He's
well,
got
I think
quite a
he's
few out
I
now
think
too.
he starts out talking about a fraud, sort of a fraud. I think from the 20th century. Scott, did you listen to it?
No, he was late 19th century.
Late 19th century.
Yeah, and he had a cult following and made all sorts of weird, extravagant claims, claimed to be the Messiah, and then right there in the middle of his grift, he died, and his body wasn't found for a couple of years after he died. And then what happened was a bunch of people decided, "Hey, I'm going to be this guy, and I'm going to
Yep.
claim to be."
Yeah.
Resurrection. Yeah.
Because people began to believe. I think even before the fraudsters, the impersonators came up, a lot of people believed that the guy had risen from the dead, and so people came along and kind of filled that role because people were willing to believe the guy rose from the dead and sustain ongoing resurrection belief. Now, people will say, well, Christianity is better and different and blah, blah, blah. But it's all based on total ignorance because we don't know anything about what happened in the immediate years after the likely crucifixion of Jesus.
Yeah, and that's covered in the Bible.
It's all hearsay, all of it.
Yeah.
Covered in the Bible under Shenanigans 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Gospel of
First
Shenanigans.
shenanigans.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out real quick to Let's Farm. They've been a member here for 4 months.
I'm going to celebrate that with some toast right now.
In honor of the
Ooh,
farm,
like it at toast.
give him the
Yeah.
toast.
I've got my toast and I've got some
And I'll do
Marmite on
a
it.
toast. Cheers.
Toast to the toast.
Toast to my toast.
Get some marmal what? Marmal what? Ooh.
Marmite.
I thought
Oh, my grandfather
From
loved
marmalade.
lemon marmalade. Right from Scotland with the plaid pattern on it, and oh yeah, he was just in heaven. Okay, right back to Mr. So-and-so here.
It's been damaging to children and even Christian
Oh, not
children.
the children.
And even Christian churches. They try, because it was so strong when it first came out, even now, a lot of Christians try and mix evolution with the Bible.
That would be a majority of Christians accept a well-established science like evolution, and that goes for every religion. Believe it or not, even repressive ones at 51% hold to currently popular views in science. Now, that doesn't mean that they're right. That means that right now there's a black hole. Next year, maybe they'll disprove black holes, like they've done, like they proved black holes, either way. But they accept, and the church does this too, they accept current-based science because they found out from the past when you don't do that, generally you look bad. So these guys, they just look bad because, like we've told Bread of Life and a bunch of the other ones that do this, they trust their gut rather than they trust the facts. They've said this. Now that means at any point, like the other day when I was sitting there and she was digging at my jaw, making it all puffy, she could have, and these thoughts enter your head, but what if she slips and it goes right out the side of my face? She's got this tool working in my molar, and it was a lower, so she's, pushing. And what if she slips and it just goes right through my face?
That's why they carry malpractice insurance.
But they don't seem to do that. You know why? Because they seem to know what they're doing. And she seemed to know so well what she was doing. She was carrying on a conversation about Christmas songs or something, and somebody was playing Christmas music or whatever. And, that time of year at work, right? And the place I go to, they kind of rotate around or something. So that I think every time I've been there, I've had somebody different. So I think these dentists rotate around between the shops or something doing these surgeries. And because it's a specialty, right? They're not just a dentist anymore. They're what do you call it? Odontist or you pull teeth. You use surgery teeth. You give gas. They do the full thing.
Give gas.
Yeah, they have the people that come out of there all stupid, and the people like me that just take a shot and get it pulled. When I had my wisdoms out a long time ago, I was out, but I don't remember much. I may have babbled in the car a little bit, but I wasn't like one of these people that have videos made about them. But they ask you if you need to be awake or not when you're what do they call it, consultation. And then when you go back, they know if they're going to shoot you up or if you're going to get the thing in your arm or whatever and really get knocked out. And the stuff they're using now, you're out just like that. As soon as it hits you, you're out. As soon as it hits you again, you're up. You're out the door.
It's not really that you're out, is they just wipe away the memory for that period of time that you were with. It's kind of a weird,
it's so quick too,
scary thought. It's like I experienced it, I just don't have a memory of it.
Yeah. I was there because I just got a local. But if you count up the time, she had to hit it with the drill and break it, but then bink, the pieces, she popped them right out like a old wine bottle or something, a little effort, come on, it's moving. There we go. So you add up the time, and it's like my jaw was a little tired, but I just don't see the recovery time and everything just to have a tooth pulled. You got to be really soft. Not for anybody that is, because hey, if you got it like that, you got it like that. But I've always been, even with cavities, if they're not bad, my son too, we've gotten to the point of just hit it with the drill. If it's just going to be real quick, why even numb it up? I'm going to be numb all afternoon. It's going to affect my dinner time and everything else when, with a fat tongue and my speech. And You know, it just isn't worth it. If it's just around the outside, you're going to hear, I guess you feel it through your head, the little bit of buzz from the drill and that. So it's like, unless they're, really got a hole to drill, we've skipped that stuff because it's a pain. And being this family's home, being like this with it all puffy and making sure you don't bite your cheek and stuff, that's enough. I don't need to be numb too.
I think he's going to open with a prayer now. Next, is that what he's
watch
doing?
out.
Let's pray.
And
Dear
we
Heavenly
want to make
Father.
sure that everyone understands it's got nothing to do with the Bible. It's damaged the education system. It's damaged society.
That's right. It has nothing to do with the Bible. There you go.
And this world as a whole. So we'll open in a word of prayer and ask God's guidance this morning. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you, Lord, for giving us your Bible, for this holy book. Father, we pray, Lord, that you speak to every one of our hearts this morning that is here. And Father,
Slim
we
was
pray,
just
Lord,
saying,
that you work
which version of?
this morning in hearts. If anyone needs to be saved,
I knew he was
pray,
going to say
Lord,
that. That's why I
give them
preempted
the
that.
courage to ask what must they do to
Guaranteed.
be saved, and also for Christians, Lord, not to forget these simple truths from the Bible, and help it to affect our lives, Lord. In Jesus' name, Amen. All right. So according to Google.
Yeah, usually I cut the prayers out, but that one was short and sweet.
Hardly
So.
Darwin.
I noticed he forgot something. He forgot to say, and thank you, Lord, for giving us www.biblebelieving.com.au.
That's right. He's got
Tixie Mary.
He's got his Facebook. He's got everything going on over there.
Well, I was going to say it was his Venmo, his PayPal, his Cash App. That's what he's going to do.
Hey, Tons of Mice, how you doing? Chixie Mary, hey, how you doing? Atheist, that's supposed to be 5?
F5K, Atheist F5K. I've got Crispin, on my channel, I got a few too. Crispin Slit, they might be over here.
The brand new
Duke.
Christopherson.
Christopher, yeah.
I think I said hey to Katie, but if not, hey, Katie. Andrew.
Stragata's on my channel. You guys on my channel should be watching on this channel and join in the chat over here. I have put a link somewhere in the chat.
Crispin Slit. Christians are dinosaurs. Yeah, that's my thing. I quit arguing about God because I will grant you a God that does absolutely nothing. If it created the universe or the energy for the universe or whatever aside, it doesn't really seem to do much. So, exist or not, there's really not an argument for God anymore, right? I mean, they have pretty much conceded, I can't give you proof of it. You have to just believe in your heart or whatever. And there's no physical test been put forward ever. So you just have to believe. And you can believe in anything. And that's fine. I mean, but is it actually doing anything for me or anybody else? That's really the question. That's the important question of anything. Does it do for anybody else? Because if it doesn't, who cares, right? If only you see it, if only you hear it, if only you touch it, then it doesn't affect anybody else, right? So either way, not much of an argument left, right?
I wonder
Except for your afterlives and stuff like that.
I wonder if Noah was bald.
What the hell?
It was a lot of years.
I got
Usually
somebody posted a chat in my video, and I can't see them here on StreamYard for some reason.
The thing you said earlier wasn't in StreamYard either.
Really?
I think so.
What the hell?
Yeah, some things only show up on YouTube, I think. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, definitely do both. Regios 001, and I got Atheist F5K. Crispin Slit is the one that didn't show up.
I saw him in this chat earlier. I don't know whether.
Oh, you did? Okay. So anyway, okay. I just don't want to. I don't want to, and I really appreciate you guys that are over on my channel letting it run, because I love the views.
Noah had all those animals to make a toupee farm.
Yeah.
Isn't Noah's usually depicted with hair, isn't he? And doesn't he have like hair down
Yeah.
the middle? And
Normally, yeah. But
yeah,
one of them must be bald if they were the only people left on the planet.
Well, that's
So
how
on the
his
arc-
agent wanted it, because you never want to see your guy bald. You want to make him draw a picture of him with hair. So his agent said, "You better put hair on him."
So on the ark, did they have like a little? On the ark, did they have like a little dog park and they had a little vet station, and they had a groomer. You could take the monkeys to the groomer, and yeah, they had all these little shops set up in the mall, in the middle of the ark. I can see it now.
I'd love to hear about the Magic Zubo from this guy. I don't know if he talks about it or not.
Charlie Darwin.
Charlie Darwin.
Charlie? That's
Sounds
very
like a Hawaiian
informal.
shirt guy. Sounds
Yeah,
like
he
a
must have
Hawaiian
known
shirt
him.
guy.
Yeah.
Charlie Darwin.
My neighbor
Was
Charlie
born
Darwin.
18
It could be worse. I remember somebody calling him Chucky.
Yeah, well,
Can't
let's just
remember.
say,
Oh, yeah.
Fuck it, eh?
I can't
You know,
remember
yeah,
who it
yeah.
was.
you make
Oh, that
fun of
would-
his name all you want, right? Dude's dead and turned to dust a long time ago. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude was a genius. So yeah.
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 09, and he died in 1882.
Yeah, so
He
shut
was
the
a
fuck
British
up about him.
naturalist.
Not even this century anymore. I mean, we can't
Move
even say
on.
this century anymore. Yeah, it's previous centuries.
And the architect of the theory of evolution by natural
Evil.
selection. I heard.
And actually, it was kind of a collaboration. There were a lot of ideas. He put it together into a formal theory where you could test it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
He
there
made
were a
predictions.
lot
Yeah.
of there were a lot of ideas floating around at the time. And but Charles Darwin, yes, is attributed to it.
I gotta check this book out. I got a copy of Chucky Darwin's book
Nice.
that my neighbor gave me. And
Which
I've actually it is the origin of species, on
It
the
is
origin
that
of
one,
species,
okay.
and it's kind of like I think it's a special edition. It's really neat. The Heritage
yeah.
Club. I don't know what that is.
Well,
What is that?
interestingly, his grandfather had the idea of evolution before him.
Yeah.
This
Well,
does
didn't-
look
didn't
like
the-
a pretty cool
Didn't
book.
the Greeks philosophize about it
Yeah, not strictly.
too? No.
Not with natural selection involved, no. But they sussed
Yeah.
out that things change over time. But
But I never
hardly-
actually thought of reading this book because it's like from there was a picture of an elephant. It's really old.
Apparently, he was a brilliant writer, so it's
Yeah,
well worth reading. I've heard.
I have newer books that I like to read. Yeah, but this is like I don't know. Oh, we don't want to see that, do we? Well, we'll put that. Hang on,
You should
goddamn.
Ghosts.
What?
You have to take that off stream.
There
Anyway,
you go. Yeah, no, well worth reading.
Nobody
Apparently,
don't
it's
mess with
a
this
very
old
well
man and his
written book.
mushrooms. I pity the fool to try to take my mushrooms.
Thank you, Rabid Atheist. Thank you so much.
I click
Bye.
this button.
in Merca, we
Have a good
in
stream.
Merca we like our guns a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Merca. It's only because of squirrels and shit and rodents and stuff like that.
Hey, I
You see,
like my air rifles. Like
Aha.
can't
Yeah, I see-
have firearms, but air
see a
power,
mouse-
like
I see a mouse run across the floor and I just get my Glock out and I just open up on that son of a bitch. Just boom, boom.
yeah, smart. Like a true Merkin.
It's a Merca.
Only in America.
Merca.
America, fuck yeah.
After a 5-year voyage on a warship during
Now,
It
was the
wasn't a
Beagle a
warship.
warship?
It wasn't a warship. No. It was
It was
one of
just
Her
a
Majesty's ships, but I don't think it was a warship.
Yeah.
during which he collected samples and made observations that led to his theory. He then published a groundbreaking book. It was that groundbreaking, it's sending people
That's
to
not
hell.
true either. That's
Now
not true.
earlier he said he just made the theory up and just pulled it out of his ass, like
Oh my
a
God.
couple, and now he's saying that
So-
he made observations.
So he came back and then started doing experiments in order to show that it was in fact true, and gather the data and the observations needed to make it into a concise theory. And then 20 years later, he published.
It was groundbreaking and it's sending people to hell. Does he got to that part? You got play this. Play this.
The book was called On the Origin of Species in 1859.
Species.
And so
you already said
Google
that.
goes on and it says it established a great new theory, revolutionized, but all it established is a great big lie. Very
There it is. It's a big
Very
lie.
damaging to our world.
It's a big lie. When they tell you that frogs have baby frogs, that's a big lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
what I
frogs are
say.
turning gay. Never mind. Sorry.
yeah, they're gay.
They're not, no. They're turning them gay. I forgot. Yeah, the part I always ask is, what pages are you going to rip out of the biology book and still have it make sense?
Did
Because
you
all
hear
you're
about
talking is biology, and if you rip out mommy and daddy or babies, any of the three totally wrecks biology and evolution in the same stroke, and genetics and everything else.
Did you hear about the dude in South America or Africa? I don't remember. But he has built 7 Noah's Arks or 8 or something, and he thinks that he's going to save everybody because there's going to be the Great Flood again. But that only holds blah people. That's not enough to save the earth. So it's hilarious.
Has he not read the Bible where God promises never to flood the earth again?
Yeah, that's what the rainbow's for. I know, I get it, but he thinks that it's going to happen. He's actually put money into building these things.
No, it says by fire, because that makes Ken Ham all happy. And why they deny things like the CC word, because if it gets hotter outside, well, God's just turning up temperature.
So, in speaking of gay frogs, in Minnesota, in Duluth, about 60 miles from where I grew up, in the 90s and 2000s, they suddenly discovered like just hundreds of mutant frogs with no legs and extra legs and missing limbs, malformed jaws, other extra and missing eyes for some reason, and they never figured out what it was. Something to do with Minnesota. I don't know what.
What were you doing, Mike?
Well, we did a lot of acid up on the range right around that time. So pretty sure that, it modifies your DNA, I heard. So anyway.
Okay,
water.
I'm afraid I've got to go. I'm getting very tired.
Oh,
so
no.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Put
And
yourself
I
up
look forward to
and
seeing you soon.
Bye,
all right,
Samos.
make yourself
Thank
comfy.
you very much.
I
hope
just
you're
figured
well,
out-
Mike, as well.
Okay.
All right, Mike.
Take care.
Thank you.
I figured out what it was. When the fucking feds would knock on the door, we flushed all that acid down the drain, and it got into the water
Yeah.
supply, and that's what happened to the frogs. That makes sense.
I remember them saying that there was X amounts that they were finding in waterways around big cities and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Ditching it from the cops and everything. And it's like, oh, I wonder how much harm that actually did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess LSD, when you take LSD, you pee it out in, it's pristine. It's still good acid after you pee it out, basically. Yeah. So don't get any ideas, kids.
That's why some junkies distill their own pee.
I know.
Yeah.
That happened.
All
That
the
actually
drugs.
happened.
All the drugs you can technically do that too, but no, I didn't say that out loud.
No, yeah. Yeah, be
Well,
careful.
it was good to see Simos on, and hopefully he will be joining us more as he builds his strength up. I feel for him. I know having health issues really sucks. So, and as well as for everybody else too, not leaving anybody else out. They suck. So take care of yourself, brother.
Very damaging to our world. I believe the biggest lie that the world has ever seen.
No. There's much bigger lies than evolution. First of all, to say
The Bible.
lie, yeah, to say a lie,
The resurrection.
is really
Imagine
cold.
both.
I mean, all the scientists are liars. I mean, I pick on Ken Ham with his book often for being called The Lie, where he's calling everybody liars. And I think it takes effort to be a liar. You know what I mean? You can be wrong without being a liar. You can be
definitely
mistaken and genuinely accept it as truth and be totally wrong. It doesn't make you a liar. And telling somebody doesn't make you a liar. It's when you set out to deceive, right? When there's no intent to deceive, I can't, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like 9/11 or anything else. When there's too many people, you can't have a conspiracy. It's true over and over and over again. If there's just one or two people that know who you are, someday it's going to come out on 60 Minutes or something that, yeah, that dude was my brother. He held up the bank. You know what I mean? It is really hard. So you start stretching over hundreds and thousands of people, it just becomes impossible. So I'm going to say, hey, no, right? Not unless it's real hush-hush would be able to keep any of these things other than a personal experience that you cannot demonstrate. And hey, John F. MCD dropout. John from CDR
Magical
dropout.
blessings. So he's going to tell us. He's going to tell us what evolution did next.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting what evolution did to us.
Oh.
It revolutionized, I believe it revolutionized Satanism. So
Yeah.
instead of people...
Totally revolutionized Satanism.
So you don't believe in God, but you believe in Satan, his buddy.
Yeah,
See,
right.
That
Like,
don't make no sense.
I know. It's like, I'm an atheist, but oh God, you're a Satanist. It's like, no.
No,
Listen to me.
If anybody's a Satanist, you are, because you believe in Satan.
Yeah.
Right? You fear Satan and his
Hail
demons,
Satan.
however it works. Yeah, there's Slim's here. Slim, are they Satans or demons?
Half and half.
Half and half? Okay.
Yeah.
Satanists that are dressed in robes and got horns. This
What?
man brought Satanism.
They dress in robes and they got horns.
Charlie Darwin was dressed in robes and he had horns. I didn't remember
no.
that part.
No.
Charlie went to
They
theology school for a while.
No, they misread it because it said he was very horny.
Oh, okay.
Not goat's
After being
horns,
on that
gosh.
being on that ship with just guys for 3 years, you can imagine. Yeah.
And the theory of there is no God, he brought that into universities and schools.
Now this is garbage too. It
I
has
don't
nothing
think he
to
ever
do
said
with it.
that.
If your faith is so weak that evolution destroys it, then it deserved to be destroyed. I agree with however you want to word that meme.
Yeah.
That's the right way. Because a scientific discovery should not change anything about God, because God is supernatural. So you guys are trying to have it both ways. You're trying to say that it's God and it's supernatural, but it's God and it's natural through science. And no, you can't have it both ways. You try to, but you cannot have it both ways. You have to have faith over here, science over here. As soon as you mix the unseen part of faith with the demonstrable part of faith, you have a clear separation in between the two. Now,
Where did you find this guy?
Mike and I will say faith, like we have faith in our chair and everything. Sure, right?
Yeah,
But that's because it's been
universe.
repeatedly tested, previously. We don't have to test everything like Jim Bob wanted everything to run through the scientific method each and every time. and he fails to understand that you do not need to do everything over again to have the same results from thousands of years of science.
To read his description, we hold the traditional conservative values and sing good old-fashioned hymns. No drum kits or smoke machines.
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck
read
is that? What is that? What are he talking?
He definitely has an attitude.
Smoke machines? Do they have those in some churches?
I'm guessing. And tilting windmill has been around for 8 months too. Tilting windmill. Yeah, we need more toast for tilting windmill. Thanks for being around all these months, tilting windmill. You rock.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, he's got a serious attitude. And like
This
I
guy
said,
gets better and better and better.
I don't know. A couple of them are citing Ken Ham. I don't know if this guy does or not, but that irks me every time too.
He goes 55 minutes with this stuff. So,
yeah, we're just touching on it.
Oh, you just got to listen to this guy. He's got a lot to say.
Yeah. I watched about 4 or 5 of them. I was like over a couple of days span, and it was like, gee whiz, they're running together. They're saying the same thing. Scott's got to take off. See you later, Scott.
Oh, bye, Scott. People are leaving us.
Yeah, well, they said they might, and okay. I've been feeling pretty good sitting here talking with y'all, but I was a little tired earlier, and as we've seen, Simos is tired, and he's got to get his butt in shape, and Brainless is always tired because he's way ahead of us on time, so we always appreciate Brainless being here.
Not that tired. Just a bit quiet today. Tonight. I don't know.
And we got Slim joining the team, throwing in his 2 cents.
Yes.
So we've got it covered well.
Okay.
Rules, which you would never find a Satanist cult be allowed to. They would never be allowed to enter a school or uni. But
yes, they do. They go on university campuses all the time. And, especially if the religious ones are there. The Satan ones are probably around somewhere, or they will be.
Yeah. This man entered this false theory, and he got into the schools.
And you don't know what a theory is in science.
At the uni.
At the uni. You don't know what a theory is in science. You never learned what theory is in science. It's just a theory.
He never learned.
I heard it over and over. The one guy who was adamant about it. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. So's gravity.
Hey, stop.
Come on, defy it. Defy gravity. That's what I thought.
Oh, he's going to...
I saw a stop.
Yeah, stop.
And uni, and of course, when you believe you come from animals, you're going to get generations that are just acting like animals. And like I've said before,
it's just a classification. Doesn't mean anything.
Oh no. And who were acting like animals? Who did the Crusades?
He's
fucking animals.
He mentioned something next that he should really consider, because the church is the primary grounds for this thing to happen, as has been evidenced over and over again.
That's how most of the stuff he says has been. He goes around and around about, they're doing these terrible things. It's like, have you read the Bible? I don't think you read the Bible.
Even killing and sexual abuse, all just animal.
Oh, that never happens in the churches.
Like the priest.
Never happens in the churches.
No, there's a guy that does a watch about every day he posts something.
There's a channel called Bad Girl or something like that, where they have all these scandals that have happened in the church with all these pastors. Oh my God, it is incredible. There are so many of them that there's an entire channel devoted to it.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest, and There's no rules, no restrictions at all.
There
So,
is.
Aren't there?
but we believe the Bible, and we believe in creation. We believe in God.
Yeah.
Life didn't come from non-life. That's backwards completely.
Life came from non-life when God created it.
Just entirely bad. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know, I can say the same thing about what he's saying. Hello, Ape, how you doing? And hello, Claire, how are you? Regios. There's Regios showing up over there. Stop the stupidities here. Geo Sam is here.
Oh, it's you here. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, we got all the best folks stopping by. Hello, everybody.
Life didn't come from death. There's no evidence anywhere of a life form
does come from
changing.
Yeah, life comes from death.
It does come from death.
If nothing else, I will be something else someday. I may not be a ghost with an angel with a harp or whatever, but I will be something else, because you're born about 7 pounds and you go out about 7 pounds. There's only so many chemicals that make you, right? And everything else is just your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. So when you're gone, your you will be used for something else. If that gives you any kind of comfort, like a naturalist or something would, or whatever, that's fine too. It gives me comfort knowing that I will be part of something else. And it's selfish when people are talking about living forever as an angel or something. It's like, what, you just take all your elements with you? I mean, isn't that selfish? It's not the way of things, right? The way of things is to pass on the elements to the next generation, right? Now, where you were going with that, Brainless?
Well, like, also, like, if you can be happy in heaven, knowing that people that you've cared about are burning in hell, you're a psycho.
Yeah, that's always a troubling one too. I mean, you want to get your enemies, but is everybody really your enemy? You know, even in wartime, you know, you go back to that soldier's family or whatever, and you don't want to look them in the eye and say your husband's been picked. You know what I mean? It's just, and no matter how horrible somebody is, some exceptions probably, somebody that loves them, you know. So it's a really hard decision. That's why I'm against the death penalty. I don't think anybody has that decision to make for somebody else. But yeah, as far as this guy here, have you read the Bible? It seems, once again, have you read the Bible? Because the Bible commands unaliving people.
And on ESA stuff, just read the news and you'll find out where it's really happening. Not no Satanist cults.
Yeah, no, and like, what about that one book where those two daughters get their dad drunk and rape him?
There you go.
Like,
I know, terrible book.
That's a good one.
Wouldn't want that in a school.
And
like, when you say
that,
and you say that, like, yeah, that's the Bible, people just don't fucking believe it. Like, how stupid are you? Have you never fucking read your fucking Bible? Like,
Kind of reminds me of Trump.
No, he would do it the other way around. Get his daughter drunk.
Yeah, it'd be the other way around. Yeah. And that's one of his dreams. That's part of the Bible he's probably read over and over.
From one kind of animal to another. They got no evidence for that. It's just a religious belief.
Evidence.
It's just another false
religious belief. What does that mean?
And they cover it up by millions of years.
They have to believe in evolution, because after the flood, to get to the number of species that we have today, you have to have super duper evolution. So
why do these guys think that saying it's a religious belief is so damning, when that's what this whole
belief is bad.
Is about?
It's
horrible.
Beliefs are bad. They just said that religious beliefs are bad.
I guess so.
Nobody knows.
I don't know. Somebody should have just slapped him and said, "Listen to yourself." Listen to yourself.
Tons of Mice has got a Trump quote that says, "I'm just like Lot's daughters. I should be in the Bible."
DJT, make America great again. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Make sure you're subbed to Geo Sam. Absolutely. Makes neat stuff over there. Hey, thank you, Kelly, for dropping the emojis. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Just a religious belief.
Just a religious belief.
Another false.
So we must teach that there is a God. We are created, and God made us, and we all will stand before Him one day. And this is why atheists and evolutionists want to reject God, because they don't.
No, false. I have no problem answering for myself. Has anybody here done anything they don't want to answer for? Then that's your problem. It's not my problem.
Well, if I get a summons to appear in court, okay, I'm just going to say I don't believe in judges. I'm an a-judgeist. So that gets me off the hook, right? Right?
No. That's called something different. That's called a sovereign citizen.
Sovereignty. Yeah, exactly. Oh shit! What good is that going to do? Just not believing in it. I mean, what the fuck?
Stupid phone.
Yeah.
Phones are dumb.
So I had a 4-hour fight with an X-Acto knife. Have you ever done that? A 4-hour fight with an X-Acto? I just won. Just while we were streaming, the blade was rusted in there, and I used hydrochloric acid. I used WD-40. I used many pliers. Finally I got it out with a hammer. Anyway, never fight. Yeah, sometimes when I fight with X-Acto knives, I need lots of bandages.
That's what the girl was doing artwork, and she cut out every piece before she laid it on these vases and stuff.
Yeah.
And wow, really, really meticulous stuff. But she also says, yeah, you gotta watch it because it's real sharp and real small, and you cut yourself.
Right.
And I said,
I just got 100 blades for my hobby. I've got a little hobby, and I got 100 blades, and I had a really good X-Acto knife, but it was rusted, like really bad.
I got a Dremel, which I love.
Oh,
I also got one of those vibrating tools, cut stuff.
Oh yeah, those vibrators. Yeah,
I like vibrators. Yes,
for work.
Nice.
Those vibrating saws are amazing. They're just
amazing.
So fucking useful. Like especially on the construction side. Like, I can't reach in there with a regular saw.
They've got stuff to do siding with and how to do drywall with.
It's a family-friendly channel. Shut up, guys.
And like and also the risk of damaging something like a cable behind it is much lower. You'll get through it if you push hard enough. But because the cable vibrates with it, and like same as the skin, because that's the same kind of tool they use to cut off your casts.
Yeah. My son liked it so much he bought me one.
I need to beg for one.
Stupidity dropping the green. We got 10 captive desk memberships. Awesome. Stop the stupidity.
I saw some pretty
awesome
people
stupidity.
getting them.
Those go out too.
Awesome.
Ninjester, Old Joe, Better Than Ember, Scott Duke, Al Trucker, G already got one. Andrew Cumming, Crook Report, Antjer, Simos. Hey, you captured. I have to send him a message. He left too early. Where's this thing?
87754. You skip that.
You left early.
Can you grind stuff with that vibrating thing? The Ryobi?
Sand and everything, triangles, get ready to corner with it.
I want one of those. I'm going to put that on my Christmas list right now.
Those are very, very, very useful.
Yeah, I've already bought replacements for it. We used them. We used up the blades. If you buy the generic ones, it comes with an adapter, but you get like a buttload of them. So it's worth the money.
I wonder if I'm too late to put that on my Christmas list. I gotta check.
I would put it on because absolutely you want one.
Yeah, I'll put that on my Christmas list.
Otherwise, you move it on to your birthday list.
Oh yeah, which is 2 weeks later. So anyway.
Oh, it's
There
like
you
2
go.
weeks later. Oh, well then.
And then we got to cover Stop the Stupidity with, we haven't played Bigfoot, have we? Played Bigfoot.
What?
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the sky, to the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
That's a great
Woohoo.
smile. Thank you very much. Stop the Stupidity. You rock.
Stop. Yeah, stop rocks really hard. Stop is rock hard. Stop rocks really hard.
To check. Okay.
One of God that's going to judge them one day, and so they don't want to. They don't want to admit that. So the
See, I don't have any problem admitting it either. Judge me. What are you going to judge me on?
Judge me
You're
by
gonna judge me on
all
something
the
really-
things I've done, but then
Yeah.
also everything I've done.
Probably the worst thing I've done is like tell off-color jokes or something. You know, I mean, you're going to hold that against me for all eternity. You know, I was young. I needed the money. Okay.
I study evolution because God is going to judge me one day, and I don't want to admit it. Okay, that's
Yeah, did any scientist actually go into the lab and look under the microscope and say, "I'm going to disprove God today"?
yep,
No, they
today.
just
Yeah, because
they just saw
because
something.
I'm afraid of being judged.
yeah.
But every scientist
So-
does.
And he's talking about people all around the world, different cultures and beliefs and different lifestyles and everything else, all coming to the same conclusions. And then having information and data from other fields blend in with it. It's like you've got a really, really strong theory. And this isn't the guy, but the one guy kept saying, "It's just a theory. It's just a theory."
Bible
Yeah,
says here in Revelation chapter 1 verse, let's look at 16. So God gives you the answer right from the beginning, and then the results of sinful man afterwards. So verse 16 says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God unto salvation to every one that believeth." No partiality, no favoritism.
Ooh.
Everyone that would believe, they'll be saved. Anyone that believes God, believes Christ, they will be saved. The Bible says there, and of course, if you don't believe there is a God, then you're not going to get to Christ, and then you're not going to get to salvation. Verse 17, for there...
But just white people, right? Just white people.
Just who they
Isn't
want to
that-
let in, right?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I was getting too. And that's the one thing. You know, when I did go to church when I was very young, I was naive. The people were open and welcoming, and I mean, if you showed up there without a suit on or something, and you know you were down on your luck or whatever, I mean, they would open the door and take care of you, not tell you, go down the street. You know what I mean? Just seems like these churches are a little bit particular, and that maybe Jesus really wasn't all that particular. You know?
It was when I was a teenager. They left churches open so people could come into them and take shelter. I actually did that once when I ran away from home in 7th grade.
When I was little too, the church used to be open. You go in the door,
But
go
you
in
know
the
what?
gym.
Do you know what, Dave? They didn't leave the fucking heater on, and me and my friend froze our asses off. We had we wrapped a curtain around our heads because we didn't want to pull it down. We use that as a blanket.
Yeah, but there's still quite a lot of churches that do a lot of good
Stale.
things.
Yeah, there are.
Oh yeah.
And like with that,
Try to
like,
find one though.
Not in America.
At the moment in America, a lot there's Well, there's still a lot of churches that do good, but there's a lot of churches. So there's also a lot of churches that don't do good.
That's what I say
You know
about
what-
religion.
you know what I
If we
mean?
didn't have religion, there'd be more organized social
I-
groups and stuff because
And
people
I
like
actually
to
think,
come together and do things.
like America is the worst. America and like South Africa with like where people are just uneducated. Those places are the worst. But like I think mainly in Europe, most of the churches are quite decent in that way. You know, like they
What-
collect money to give to poor people, but then again, that's also like, oh, look at how good we are, but they don't actually address the real problem. Because if you address the real problem, then you cannot show it off how good you are by helping poor people.
One of the greatest examples of what the church does is the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. That's where it got its start. And they're associated with a Catholic church down there very heavily. But they have created something that is absolutely remarkable. Has saved tens of thousands of lives down there. And that's pretty good. But then, of course, these guys probably think Catholics are Satanists. So,
And
but they did really good.
Regios, gifting captive desk memberships. Wants to see if there are any left after SDS came through. Yes, I am talking funny. My jaw is fat. But bear with me. We Regios, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Regios, those go out to Skeptic Philosophy, Moondog,
Just Moondog.
and that's it. It's all it's showing.
God damn.
You got gypped on the thing here, unless it's gonna roll through, which I don't think it's gonna do. But I'll refresh it anyways. Yeah, it broke it up. But to the rest of you too that got the memberships, that was Regios, and thank you very much.
Whoop, whoop. Hold on,
We'll give you a bonus. Let's see. What do we got here that's a bonus?
Boner? What?
We'll throw this one out for a bonus.
You on drugs?
That's always a good
Oh,
one.
that's you, Dave. You're the one on drugs.
And we'll play the
Bigfoot stomps. Bigfoot stomps. Through the dark, through the swamps, he says you rock, he says you roll. Bigfoot stomps on your soul. Bigfoot stomps on your soul.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, I
sure
love
does.
that one. I love that one. That's so nice and Rammstein-y. I love it.
If the ending part would have just stretched a little bit, the lips might have matched up a little better too, and it would have been awesome. But
Oh,
not bad, not bad for AI. And thank you for supporting the channel, Regios, with the 10 gift memberships. I appreciate it. And for all of you, use those emojis. I don't mind if you use those emojis, just like folks are doing. Sam's got them up. Jer's got them up. Use those emojis. And if you are on my channel and if you have a wrench or you don't have a wrench, let me know. We don't use moderators much, but if you have links, feel free to post your links. And while you're doing all that good stuff, maybe help me out. Hit the like on that. Hit the share. Hit the subscribe. You can join the channel with memberships. You can check out the description. It has where folks are hanging out, Slim's channel, Mike's channel, Brainless hanging out over at Slim and Commander, and what was the other one you were hanging out? Pip? Is that the other one?
Pip, yeah, but Pip's also been AFK, so.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we find Brainless here and there. And Mike and Scott are both over at Answers in Atheism. And you know where I'm at. I'm right here every Saturday. Even when I'm feeling down and out, I pulled myself up and I said, dang it, we're going to do this. So here we are. That's what you get from
On
me.
Christmas now we're going to be doing a 2-hour stream, and so just go to our Discord to find out when that happens.
Yep. Good deal.
What?
Yeah.
A Discord what?
Slim's got a Discord. Just go to Discord under Slim Cyborg.
I don't believe in Discord.
Yeah, and
I know you don't. You were on there and then you disappeared.
And I believe Dave is going to be part of the same stream marathon of the Orange Rhymes with Purple.
I will be on Christmas Eve around dinner time, 6 or 7 or 7 or 8 or something. I'm gonna kick off prime time here.
Whoop, whoop.
So
I'll be I'll be 3-4 my time, and that's Midwest. But so again, just look at the list.
right around there.
Go with that. We are gonna have a playlist set up. So
Cool.
Which Discord or how do you find it on Discord?
Well, you can go to Purple's channel too.
there will be a YouTube. There will be a YouTube playlist that everybody can follow, so you don't have to do the decimal chords.
But where will it be on the decimal chord? How do I find this?
It'll be
playlist?
under Purple's something.
Purple. Okay.
However Purple posts it. Purple rhymes
That's
with
problem.
orange.
Discord is a busy fucking place. I mean, it's
She's
just like
the same thing over there. Purple rhymes with orange.
okay. Well, maybe I'll
All one word.
buckle.
Purple
Maybe I'll
rhymes with
buckle.
orange.
Purple rhymes.
And Regios dropping the Christmas dollars. We appreciate it. Green from Regios, even though it's yellow. Says in case the memberships don't go through. Well, either way, thank you very much, Regios. And I really just think that you just want to hear the song again. So we're going to do the song again because Brainless really liked the song.
Bigfoot stomps. Yeah. Bigfoot stomps. Through the dark, through the swamp, he says you rock, he says you roll. Bigfoot stomps on your soul. Bigfoot stomps on your soul.
There you go, Brainless. A little more metal for you.
I love that song.
That is a nice gorilla. Yeah.
That's a nice. Hell yeah.
Herein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
What the fuck does that mean?
We sure suck, don't we?
What does that mean? Hold the truth in unrighteousness. What is
We just want to be jerks to God. And it's like, again, if there really is this heaven, why is anybody being a jerk to God?
Oh,
right?
every teacher, every professor. That's good. Okay, play the next part.
Let me hit stop the stupidity because I broke the YouTubes. Stop the Stupidity. Thanks for the green. Stop Stupidity is awesome supporter of the channel.
Yeah.
And I just can't play enough. We'll drop the old one. How's that?
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, to the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among the shadows, the wild spirits sing.
And if you didn't notice at the thumbnail, there is Christmas trees in there. It's kind of a Christmassy thing without really being Christmas, but I wanted to say Merry Christmas coming up. Everybody have a good holiday, and we will see you Christmas Eve on Purple's Marathon, along with Slim and Joe and Ember and just everybody that has a channel. Reeves probably doing one, and you know, go on down the list. She does it for like 48 hours, I think. People are either on for an hour or two, and I told her whatever hour you needed me, and she said she had one around Christmas Eve, so I said that'll work. So I put one on for Christmas because I didn't want to promise her out too far because I didn't, know in advance, but wanted to make sure that she did have good response this year, so that wasn't a problem. So I didn't worry as much. But, not knowing how I was going to feel, but right now, yeah, I can do it. It's an hour, right? Okay, I can do it. Thank you, Stop the Stupidity.
Every teacher, every professor in a uni, every man that speaks in a documentary knows the Bible teaches creation. They know that.
Do they? Oh, they know that.
Yeah, no. See, this guy's like Ken Ham. It's how I read the Bible. Well, people read the Bible different ways. That's why they can't agree in the Bible.
They hold the truth and unrighteousness. What does that mean?
And this thing, I don't know. They want to be bad people, so you don't go to the good place. Because going to the good place must really suck.
They hold the truth back. Is that what he's saying? Hold the truth in unrighteousness. I don't know.
They're fibbing to themselves, man. Like,
I guess
they know better, but they say, "Oh, that's like I say, hey, if there's a God and a heaven, and I get to see my mom again, and all that kind of good stuff, so be it." You know what I mean? I mean, you're laughing, because most people do. They laugh about these kind of things because it's,
I got to quit reading ahead.
Well, and grandma is grandma now, right? Well, maybe grandma wants to spend eternity not as a grandma. You know what I mean? So then, what do you got? Different versions of grandma in heaven? Everybody has their own versions, and it gets too complicated, So.
That's what the Bible says, and they hold the truth in unrighteousness. They just don't think it's correct. They don't believe it. It's not a lack of knowledge because they have a Bible. It's available for anyone. It's not a lack of information. It's a lack of simple faith and belief. They would rather put simple faith and belief in millions of years bacteria and monkeys evolving rather than putting their faith and belief into a God that can save them.
Verse either 19, or, right? Either or.
The Bible says there before.
Yeah, and it's poisoning the well, isn't it? It's saying, look at this mud puddle, or God made you, right? And they set up that dichotomy there where you gotta, you're picking some icky or some beautiful. It's like, well, it's like the heaven hell argument, the same argument. You're using icky against good, and of course the people are going to pick the good one. I mean, unless there's something wrong with you, you're picking the right one, right? You want ice cream or broken glass? Well, Slim might want broken glass, but the rest of us are going to pick the ice cream, right?
But the irony is that they will say that it's man's idea that evolution happened, and it says in oh God, do I dare say Romans 1? It says that man's idea is flawed, but then their reading of Genesis and their interpretation is, what is that? It's man's idea. So it's kind of ironic. They're always talking about themselves. They think they know the only way to read the Bible against all the Christians that believe in evolution.
Yep.
And that never occurs to them.
No, that's Ken Ham and his father's both modus operandi is they were always self-appointed and always self-right because they never went to
If you
school
just-
for anything.
Just a touch of humility would have them look at their own reading of Genesis and say, "Hey, maybe it has a deeper meaning than I'm
Well,
getting out of
you
it."
know what the problem is? They don't read the opening to that book.
No, 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 no.
Go tell a Roman. And we've got more green flashing by the screen. Hold on now.
More green.
Detroit Atheist Queen gifted 5 captive desk memberships. See if they came through.
I think.
Not coming through. You broke it good, STS. It's not coming through. But hey, I appreciate it. And I'm sure the 5 people do. Detroit Atheist Queen, 5 captive desk memberships. You rock. And you know, around here, you really, really rock.
You rock, let's rock with the fire in our veins. Rock on to the skies, till the thunder and rain. All hail Bigfoot, the legend, the king. He walks among shadows, the wild spirits sing.
Thank you very much for your support for the channel. Did I see? Yeah. Hey. Hello, Ollie. Elbows up.
Elbows up.
Elbows up.
And anybody else? You got some competition there, Regios. We got an SDS as well. Thank you, folks, very much. Let's see, Regios, Stop Stupidity. Tilting Windmill and Let's Farm been members. And so is Brainless for 8 months. 8 months. All right.
That which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath showed it unto them. So there's no excuses. God has shown it unto them. We're going to see more about how he has. They know in their heart that there is a God. That's why every time someone tells me they're an atheist, I tell them, no, you're not.
Well, aren't we arrogant? And yeah, see, not everyone is turned on the membership. See, if you haven't turned on memberships, turn on memberships, because apparently I've run out of memberships, and everybody's got a membership that can get a membership. So if you don't got a membership, it might be because you don't have it turned on. And Mike found out that if you click on those 3 little dots down there by the join thing, it doesn't ask you for a credit card or nothing. It doesn't take you to Google or nothing. It's just asking you to click on the 3 little buttons there and turn on that you can get a gift membership, which is free. So if you have the Google thing already set up, you might not have it turned on if you haven't gotten a gift membership. So make sure you take care of that. We had Mike do it, the boomer himself.
The Illuminati decided that they were going to hide that in the 3 dots, and that was like some Illuminati bullshit right there. And we figured it out.
I think Ember.
Yeah, and I think that's actually not that smart from YouTube, because like the gifted memberships are just a real good way of making money.
I don't know why they hide it either.
You think they would turn it on by default, but they did not.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Off.
So make sure you go to down below the picture, go to the join. Where's my frame here? You go to where it says join, and you click on that, and then you're going to get the little buttons. Those are, you know how YouTube likes to use the 3 little dots for things? That's your settings. You go in there, and then you can turn it on, and you can get a captive desk membership. And that involves includes emojis, seeing the videos earlier, getting a hold of Slim and having him drop by, all them kind of good things just for you.
Yeah, and if you like turning things on, like my DMs are always open. Never mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, as Slim would say.
I remember when they
exactly.
invented. I remember when they invented the 3 dots, and I was against the 3 dots because it used to say menu, and then they said, "No, we're going to have 3 dots." Like, what the fuck does that mean?
That was too many letters.
No, because then it's different in different languages, probably. Even though I think most languages understand word menu.
It's dots.
There's only one language, Merca language.
You're so lucky that
Deep down in
Simons
your
ain't
heart,
here
you know that
anymore.
there is a God. God planted it there, and that's what the Bible says. You're just trying to deny it. You don't want to retain God in your knowledge, which
No, there's the problem again. I have no problem with a God. I have a problem with a God that makes a magic zoo boat. That becomes ridiculous. See, that's where your problem is.
Once you have a book of something that says it's not supposed to have contradictions because contradictions don't work in this world, then that throws it out the window. If it was immaculate, if it got pi right, if it got a bunch of other things right, like they don't like Jesus says something wrong because he's mistranslating Roman, and he doesn't know because he doesn't actually speak the ancient Jewish language. He gets it wrong. So even in the Bible, when Jesus is talking, he is getting history wrong. How did that happen if he's immaculate and God is blah blah? And this, it's
Jesus.
Well, you're talking about a religious text, right? That says it all right there. They grew over time. It's obvious the stories themselves grew. They differ.
Well,
so that it's obvious that they grew over time, and anything they talked about, even if it did happen, is nothing like what they describe as happening.
Well, the other thing is you have to the people that even wrote the Dead Sea Scrolls. There were a bunch of incels that went into the desert and wrote all of this stuff, and they were very, very misogynistic and a bunch of other things that they were biased and racist and other things. So that's where we get the basis of all of that, and then it turned into this. And like, if you look at the Old Testament, they talk about owning slaves and how you can properly own one or not, and if you sell your daughter to somebody else, what the price is, and other things. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about? That's insane. And I know people say that the Old Testament is not the New Testament, but in the Old Testament and even in the New Testament, and Jesus said this was that the laws were supposed to be exactly the same. So that means they are still pro-slavery.
Yeah, no, but also God doesn't change. So
they never said it was wrong. It never said slavery is wrong, except against your brother if you're in a certain culture. Yeah. I'm just gonna say it that way.
Yeah, no, but also like they say God never changes. So, or the rules are still the same in the New Testament, or they're talking about two different gods.
Well, and Jesus came in and said, I am not changing the law, and I am not here to bring peace. I'm here to bring disruption and blah, blah, blah. And,
I'm here to bring a sword.
Yeah, exactly. He said, I'm going to swallow a sword just like Slim. No, I'm just kidding.
Set family members against each other.
That's Matthew 10:32, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. And then once again, we're talking about then the New Testament was written a thousand years. If let's just pretend that's how close we were to what happened, and from Jesus's recollection of people, blah blah blah. Like it's exactly the same thing about the
Jesus was Antifa.
Oh yeah. Well, he supposedly.
Yes,
but
he was.
The Quran,
no address.
that was written in the same way. It was a million years after Homie was there and then died, and then people recollected it from other things.
that other people told him. It was so far away from when he actually died that it's just hearsay from 3 generations.
Well,
Yeah, you
basically
can't
holds
you
up
can't
that
trust me.
If Jesus
my
showed up, he
apologies.
wouldn't recognize anything. Yeah.
My apologies. I was too off. It's Matthew 10:34.
Same difference, but you know what I'm saying, like right? I've
read
done
many times in this chapter. So they know that in their heart there is a God. They know when you look at creation, it's manifest in creation. And they know there is a God. Verse 12, for the invisible things.
But even if you have to attribute it to a God, where have you gotten to your God? That's always the question. Well, a God did it. Well, which God? Well, my God. Well, of course your God did it. But this just opens up another problem, because even if you've only got hundreds of gods to choose from, you've got hundreds of gods to choose from. How many creator stories there are, I'm not really sure, but many of them have creation stories.
And even if you look into the Bible, there's technically sub-gods. Satan is one of them, but then there's the archangels and the blah, 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 and they're technically demigods. Right? So what gods are we talking about? The upper, the lower, the middle, in your mom's anus gods, you know, what
set loose and everything.
We're talking about Slim, we're talking about brainless, or what? Never mind.
Well, then again, we'll talk about other cultures. Are we talking about Middle Eastern? Are we talking about Western, Eastern? South Asian, all these other different gods. Which ones are we talking about? Because we have a gazillion and have to go over if we wanted to do that.
Hell fucking yeah.
Because in the Bible, it doesn't. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Brainless has got Matthew 10 up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think not that I came to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Exactly.
I came to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against his mother, and the daughter against her mother-in-law.
Fucking Antifa.
They're going to start strife at home.
No, this is what the crazy Southern people would say. But no, again, Jesus didn't say he's here for peace. He said he's literally trying to get revelations to happen once he comes back.
Oh, he's trying to divide and conquer.
Stir up trouble, and he effed around and found out in Rome.
Conquer. Like the Trump regime is doing.
Yeah, no, they want the end of the world. That's the whole thing about evangelicals. They want it to be where rapture happens.
All three Abrahamics do that, don't they?
Well, how many?
All three of them have an end of the world type deal, where they are left in charge.
Yeah, and how many fake raptures have just happened in the last 6 months? 3 of them. If you've not caught, if you don't know that, there's been 3 fake raptures in the last 6 months.
Dude, you missed a few. I believe it's at least
there's
5.
more.
Sure, but
5, and I believe there's one still coming.
Yeah, no, there's like 69 of them coming still. African, but no, I mean,
well, it's kind of like playing a lottery. If they keep predicting them, sooner or later they're going to be right?
Well, and the other thing is,
if you buy enough
if you don't talk about the one that you missed, then yeah, you keep going. It's just pretending the past didn't happen, you know, and that's the way that they make that work.
I can just keep going. What?
Okay, so let's listen to this twat more.
Yeah.
Of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood. Not only they're seen, but they're understood as well by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So
it means nothing.
We see here, God expects you to see what is...
I hate
that's the exact quote that you got in your video, right?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's I just find the story ridiculous when he's complaining, at least.
I think that's actually quite a clever way of making people believe like that their thing is true. Like, oh yeah, no, they don't believe, not because they don't believe, they don't want to believe, because God has already
Yeah.
told them that He exists, just like
Why,
He did to you.
why is it in a book that's written to somebody else, though? I
Yeah.
mean, it should just, be a commandment or
Come
something.
on, don't spoil it for them.
There
They
should be
kinda
a
hid
few
it
new
away,
books
didn't
from
they?
God on the New York Best Time Seller list every now and then. I think he should republish, because
That
Yeah.
would help.
Well, He already did. Have you gone to Bible.com?
oh,
Like,
they have
have
new
you
ones every
seen
week.
have you seen how many versions there are just for English?
Yeah, I was
Like,
just looking at it. Yeah, there's a
like
drop down list, and yeah,
it's,
it's amazing.
that's
There are new editions all the time.
it's stupid. It's stupid how many versions there are. Like,
And one of
oh
those
yeah,
new,
I don't agree with my pastor, so I'm gonna go translate it myself. Oh, where is it?
Is that what's happening,
we-
or is it pastors that are just trying to confuzzle us with more translations?
We've covered a couple guys that are mighty full of themselves. Doug
and one of those
and,
new translations,
yeah.
they're
Dude with the
going to have
bad
to start
hair.
talking about Charlie Darwin.
Charlie
I think.
Darwin.
Yeah, one of the new translations.
Because the whole reason they want you to go to church is because they don't want you to read the Bible. They want you to open the Bible and then
Right.
tell you what it means. Even if you're reading it, what they're doing is they're overshadowing it with the translation they're trying to give you. And they're like, oh, because it was written in all these other languages, this is actually what it means. It doesn't mean the things it is. Words don't mean things. That's what they try to tell you. And they try to convince you that the translation is whatever they're trying to like throw in front of you. Yeah, just like a cat toy or whatever, for sure.
Oh.
There's that dang Romans right there at the bottom of his list, right under the Facebook thing. It says Romans.
Playing with my kitty with the fishing rod right now. I
Well,
thought they heard me.
Yeah,
Well,
the
Ken
pro- the
Ham
problem-
uses it so much too, and it's like,
Well, the problem is the New Testament is written from people that didn't know how to even speak Roman. Rome, whatever. They didn't know how to translate it from that, and Jesus even did that. He misrepresented a handful of things because he didn't know how to speak it, because they were speaking Aramaic at the time, not Roman, and not Hebrew.
Yeah, I understand the flow to it and everything, but there's so many tangents in there about this king had to knock down a wall and everything. And it's like, you got to wonder sometimes, right? That, come on, man,
Well,
God
if you've
didn't
never
write this.
If you've never spoken or heard Spanish before, Spain or Mexican,
Exactly.
and then you got thrown into that, well, you're not going to understand the way that they represent their language, male and female and other conjugations, right? So if you just pretend and you don't know how to actually read Roman or speak it, and you try to, well, you're going to get things wrong, obviously. And turn it to your language, right? Because you didn't know how. And most of the people that were the disciples, they were uneducated fishermen. They didn't know how to read or write. They honestly were just fishermen. Not to be a dick,
Right.
and I'm not putting them down, but like they were uneducated.
In
And
another,
then they had
another country and another language. And
yeah, and
Yeah.
then somehow somebody translated for them or wrote that down. I don't know how that happened, because you have to pay people money to like write stuff down for you if you don't know how to do it. So that's the other hiccup in all of the stuff
Yeah,
is
you
how
gotta
did this
trust 'em,
happen?
too.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
what I'm
trust them,
saying.
too. Yeah.
Well, how many people's hands did it go through? And like we know that like five of the disciples did not write their own stuff and things, because it's like done in third person. So why would you do that? And so we don't know who actually wrote those books per se.
Right.
We don't even know how most of them died. We only know how like 2 of them died from other documents from other countries that said that they were martyred technically. But other than that,
Yeah,
we don't have.
They're kind of forgotten about.
Yeah, we don't know how all of them died. And Jesus said that he was going to come back before all of you die. And here we are.
Oops. Jesus didn't have a phone and AI that can translate words for him. Yeah, he was out of luck.
Yeah, and he said at the time,
Dumb as a rock.
I know we're just gonna start doing stuff again, Tilty. No worries, we will. But again, Jesus said in whatever passage, y'all can look it up, and I think most of us know this because I think most of us atheists know the Bible way better than all of the actual theists. He said that some of you will not be here by the time that I come back, but not all of you will go away before I do, or something close to that, right? That was how many gazillions of years ago? Yeah, I know. So that he's not coming back.
Nope. And Mike's not coming back either. Mike's listening. Mike said he's going to cook up something for dinner. So
okay.
Enjoy, Mike. And
yes.
we're almost at the end, anyways.
Yeah, keep blowing on.
I didn't know how it would feel, but I feel all right. So I'm going to do the whole show. And yeah, good night, Mike and Scott. Scott, often spends time with the grandkids, and Mike, he's got 3 cats, so got to make sure they eat too. So
you got to make sure that, yeah. You always got to make sure your pussy is fed. Anyways,
there you go, Mike. Take care of that.
Invisible, even lost people, they see creation. And they see it's manifest to them, and they see it clearly. And there is sight with our eyes, but also there is also sight with our understanding. And so what we see with our eyes, when you see creation, you understand naturally that there is a God.
Now, again, though, you're a long ways away. I think it's the Hitchens challenge. You're a long ways away from you proving it's your God, though. That's what they fail to see. They're surrounded by Christians, so they're just assuming, well, it's the Christian God made everything. But if you're in a different country, it's not assumed that the Christian God is the one you're talking about.
Yeah, if you take that to another religion, he's like say the Buddhism or something. I'm just like throwing that out in the air, and they say the same thing. Well, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? So who's right and who's wrong? Everybody and their mom can say their religion.
The Buddha said that not one side can provide a convincing argument. So in other words, Buddha left it unanswered because it's not answered. And it's the same thing that I say. You don't have a good answer. You have an answer, but you don't have a good answer. And that's what Mike makes fun of answers in atheism over answers in Genesis. There aren't any answers. It just raises so many more questions.
So you can see with your eyes, and you can also you also have sight with your understanding that God put there when He created you. Many people see with their eyes, but they don't have understanding because they deny God. God is asking people, the reader, anyone that reads this, to have understanding, though you have never seen with your eyes. They haven't seen everything with your eyes.
Does that even make any sense? I mean, I suppose if you use your smell or your ears, but you recorded some event in your mind.
Yeah, but if you're on drugs or alcohol or hallucinogens, then what did you actually experience? That's the thing that is funny is
I guess
our thing is like I think it's subjective, right? Our experience is that it's whatever we see that happens around us. I mean, so you can take as many hallucinogens as you want. You can do anything. You can experience an experience and then hit your head and then get a concussion and then later not understand what you experienced before that. and then you can go to a coma and all these things. So that's not how this world works.
For him, it does.
The Bible says there in verse 20, so in this world, you will have to make a decision regarding the understanding God has already given you.
Is he talking about Romans 20? I don't know. I didn't bother to look. He said verse 20.
I feel like we are, we're still in Romans. I don't think we've gotten off of Romans yet. But again, it's still subjective.
For example, invisible things, creation, and God, and then the Lord Jesus Christ, the cross, empty tomb. You're going to have to make a decision. Are you going to understand and believe the word of God that happened? You will have to make a decision regarding God being eternal. And
now, raising somebody from the dead doesn't mean they're eternal or they're God or anything else. For one thing, maybe they didn't kill him.
Maybe they're a zombie.
Maybe it's just all a story. Maybe there's a lot of reasons, okay? And just to say, oh, well, you've got to reject the empty tomb. And it's like, that's a terrible argument. You've got an empty tomb. There's no evidence. It's empty.
Yeah, and the other thing is, grave robbing. What if somebody motherfucking took him out in the middle of the night and just took him to a scientist or somebody who's going to buy the bones or buy the whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that could happen.
He could have woke up from a blunt trauma of being thumped all over the place
and walked out of there.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah, no, there's 1.5 million things that could have happened other than that.
Then you also have stories of different tombs in different countries where he supposedly ended up. So was this person traveling around saying they were Jesus? Was somebody just making it up? There's so many more questions. This only works on the crowd that he's got in front of him that believe like he does.
Yeah, and the other thing, the other thing I heard the other day was, what probably most likely happened is he died on the cross and they threw him in a pit of other dead people. Mm-hmm. And that's where his body's buried. We don't know where it is because it wasn't that important. Nobody gave a beep about this.
Taking down somebody was a kind of against the idea, especially somebody that had a following. I mean, you figure they would have wanted to make a clear message. I often say, if anything is true, they put King of the Jews placard on the top of the cross, right?
Yeah, but then after that,
this guy was a criminal. You know what I mean?
But did they really put him in a cave with blah, blah, blah? Or did they just throw him in a pit? I mean, most likely they threw him in a pit. Because this was a time where they were hanging thousands of people at a time.
So actually, he stayed up there.
Again, once they pulled him out, why would they put him in a cave? There's a handful of people that was done. And yes, he was a heretic and a blah, blah, blah of the other things. But at the time, he was not a special person. Everybody and their mom was doing what he was doing, other than him flipping over poker tables in the church. That was the only other thing.
He had to follow in the writings a lot of the Jewish laws and stuff like that. So that's why things are on certain days and for certain, when the lamb is pure and blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
But he still was not doing anything that a handful of other people were doing around the time in different cultures. So yes, he is semi-special, but he wasn't. And
he was special.
Well, the thing is you have to remember there was a culture that was wanting to find a martyr that they needed to split themselves away from Judaism. I don't know why 100%. I forgot, or I'm not thinking straight. Anyways, and they needed a martyr, and they found some weird dude to do that with, and they could just prove, because if you look at the writings of the Bible, Mary was a young woman that was pregnant. There is nothing.
She didn't have a little lamb?
Not that went meow 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 or whatever that noise. No, but
His fleece was white as snow.
yeah, in Judaism, the way that the words were written is it does not say virgin. It says young lady who is pregnant and already pregnant. She did not get pregnant. Yeah, and it wasn't
Apparently
no, and it
14-year-old.
wasn't from that. Well, once again, no, it doesn't say that. It just says a young married lady who was pregnant.
Yeah,
It did not say immaculate. It did not say virgin. It was when they translated into the Roman version that they mistranslated it, and then they kept mistranslating it from there. But if you look at the Jewish actual ways that it was written, and especially the Dead Sea Scrolls, it is a young married lady who got who was pregnant, not who got pregnant, but was pregnant. So that's the thing that there's like too many. Anyways, yeah, I started learning a lot more of the old languages. Let me put it that way.
You'd have a cow
Yeah,
watching
but-
the guys
but
out
like,
watching.
I believe
Yeah.
like if they really look into it deeply, like they come to an age of about 14.
It doesn't matter. I'm not. Well, who cares? But again, that doesn't mean a virgin lady that was out of wedlock that had a kid. That's not what it says in the original Hebrew text. Let's put it that way.
That's the problem with simple language too.
Yeah.
Simpler languages are more open to interpretation. I mean, he, she, they, we.
Well, it's not just that.
Means a lot of difference.
It's just idiots once you start translating it to other languages. That's where the fucked up part is. It's not. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of research in this.
We got.
Let's listen to this twat.
Yeah.
The Ryan the Goddess. Hello, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
How he's a Godhead. He's a Trinity. That's all in this verse. You'll have to make a decision regarding the truth that you are without.
There's no Trinity in the Bible either. I got blocked on a channel for asking about the Trinity.
Yeah. And this guy looks like.
No, there's no Trinity in the Bible.
Yeah, and if
Hey,
there
Amber.
is one, oh hey Amber, like then
Jesus
there's
clearly separates himself from God.
Yeah, but
He's
then it's also not Father, a Son, and a Holy Ghost. If you got a Father, a Son, and apparently the Holy Ghost was originally female.
And does this guy look like a nutsy or not? I mean, he totally looks like a nutsy
Probably.
to me.
got his little outfit backstage.
That excuse based not only what you can see, but also what you can't see, what is invisible.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
You're much better of a person if you see the invisible things. Well, that's great for selling again. But hello, Ember, how you doing? That's like what they call a sellout to the extreme. Well, sure, I'll believe it if you pay me. Okay.
Yeah, and everybody, if you don't know who Justin of Deconstruction Zone is, I've been pushing his channel. He is an amazing person. He's the one that I'm learning all my Hebrew from, and Roman and stuff. Him and all his friends do amazing deconstruction of religion. They try to get people out of organized religion from all different aspects. Paganism, Judaism, Christian, and all the other things. So please go there. Yeah, and both of them as well. They're amazing as well. Yeah, everybody go there and go watch them deconstructionize people. And everybody, if you're not subscriber of Ember, please go there as well.
See, and we also have a link to help Ember out in the description as well.
Yes, do that.
Make sure you check
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, check that shit out, bitch.
You got to believe that verse. That verse is full of great truths. With
No,
God,
it's not.
you are without excuse on what you have done and also what you fail to believe and have not done.
See, that's a
Wait,
raw
what?
deal. I mean, you're only in good if you swallow everything hook, line, and sinker. That's what it's telling you. You have to, you must, you absolutely. And that takes away all your free will and that whole garbage and everything else. You're being forced these things.
That's the whole thing about the certain religions. They want you to go to church, like Catholicism. They tell you to not read your own stuff, and they want you to go there and be told how that all works. Because they say, oh, you can't understand the translation, so I have to tell you. And that's the problem that we have. And same with in the Americas is the Christian churches. They want you to go there to listen to these motherfuckers that are going to ask you for $1 gazillion so they have their jets and planes and stuff because they want to make money off you. They don't want you to read the Bible because if you did, you would not be okay with it.
Yeah, I know they get quite the thing going. And he's been showing up on a lot of channels too. So definitely informative person. And it's hard to corner him. He knows his stuff. So be ready if you're going to go up against him. That's all I can say. Unlike this feller.
What God asks you to do, and God wants to save that salvation first. But in creation, God has given us understanding, every one of us. And then the Bible says there, verse 22, and this is what a lot of atheists and evolutionists think that they are, and the Bible's already telling you what they think they are. Verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So the Bible doesn't hold back these people.
And that's completely out of context too as to what they're talking about and everything. And anybody can be a fool about anything. It's such a gotcha verse. And again, I've heard it quite a few times, and I don't think it means anything. It just means you thought you knew the stuff, but you didn't. That's all it means. And okay, that's it.
People that have whole degrees in their office, a whole wall full of degrees, of uni degrees and diplomas. The Bible says they're fools.
See, there you go. You go to school and you learn all this stuff, and you're a fool. I guess we're all out of luck.
Shit.
Go to school, and that's bad. And those guys are all liars. Gals,
Okay.
whatever. Okay. Don't go to school and whatever, whatever. Knock yourself out with that idea, buddy. Over there in Australia.
They can't even work out that there is a God. Verse 23, and change.
Well, I don't know what university is in all the countries and what it is in Australia. But you go places in the United States, you're going to find a lot of religious people. And in most countries, you're going to find a lot of religious people. And even in South America and all that, where they're running around with their tops off, they've got church on Sunday. So, it's everywhere. I don't see this. Stop saying it. Stop saying it.
The glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. So they say they don't have a God, but there's something that they do put instead of God, whether it's Darwin himself or his theory or anything else. They'll put that instead of
Why are people putting Darwin in front of God? Darwin, well, as far as anyone knows, Darwin never denied God. So
And also,
leave him alone and his own spiritual questions or whatever. That's personal, you know. And he's
yeah,
dead.
but also, it's also the fact is like there's so many people that are not religious, are basically atheists, and don't give a shit about Darwin. Say Darwin, and they're like, oh yeah, he has something to do with evolution, I believe. Wouldn't even know what he said.
And if you're, unless you're in the field, you don't even really study it, and you don't even really study it that much. You know, maybe you write a paper or something, but mostly you're with what mainstream science is saying, what they're saying today, not what they were saying. So. What time is it? Quarter of?
God. Verse 25 says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. So I believe Satan's worst servant in the last few hundred years, since the 1800s, is that man named Charles Darwin.
Would that not be his best servant?
I mean, come on, there's far worse people that have run around the planet. What did Darwin do?
Yeah, your president is one of them.
Yeah, Darwin was just a person who's among many. Darwin is the worst. You can see where his ideas are and everything when he's saying Darwin is the worst monster there ever was, with all his evilness and the bad scientists going out vomiting all over South America.
No, like, come on, like, he was clearly worse than let's say a Mr. Epstein.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that was one
Absolutely.
of the best people, I guess, in their eyes.
He's put out some more pages from that thing I saw. They got plenty of their own books there. It's kind of tucked in, but Darwin had a kid with his niece. Yeah, somebody was talking about that. That, you know.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I don't know. Whatever.
But also, back in those days,
care.
back in those days, they didn't know about that, and to them, normal to keep all the goods in the family. Look at all the royal families.
Like, and it's pretty. It's like cousins are pretty far out. So.
Yeah, and I think also
niece
with all those kind of things, like it's hard to be judging someone from that time period by our standards. Like, yes, of course, like slavery was bad, but also if you were raised and everybody said it was normal, how are you ever gonna be getting to the point where you know that it's wrong? Like that is such a big step.
God could have said it in the Bible, and He could have said it was wrong years ago. But
what I mean, like, not everybody that back in those days had slaves was inherently bad. That was just like maybe in like 100 years they'll look back at us and like, oh my God, they ate animals. How could they? Because then they have a good substitute for it, you know? Like,
well, you
I
just
think
don't know.
Like, yeah, looking back, like, yes, that was a shitty thing that we all did. But and like the slave traders and shit, those people were bad. Yes, I know that is where I'm fucking from. But no, but like, I don't know.
The trick is knowing which way trends are going to flow.
Yeah, no, but
and picking the next greatest thing, because you just don't know what it's going to be. Whatever hits the public the right way is the next greatest thing.
Yeah.
And you just don't know what. Yeah, they fund groups and everything trying to figure that shit out. And it's one of the toughest things to figure out is people and why they get stuff and why things go in one direction and then in another direction. And sometimes they spin or seem to spin their wheels before they get going again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand what you're talking about. Sure.
So, yeah.
Let's see what he's
that
got.
was my rant.
What's he got for his final word here? And we'll call it an evening.
His theory of evolution is the most damaging that the devil has invented.
Not, don't listen to God or anything like that, or blah, blah. Like I said, lots of people that are religious accept science, well-established science, well-established theories in science, laws and physics. Things are accepted.
In the last few hundred years.
And they'll say that God doesn't change them. So if you want to say God changes them, I have another problem with that in the Bible when it says that God changes things, but it also says God suspends things unchanging, blah, blah, blah. So there's a contradiction there too.
He tried to kill the beginning of the foundation of Christianity. He tried to go back way back to Genesis.
No, say it ain't so.
Yeah, that's weird.
1:1 and to prove it wrong. And so Genesis 1:1 is more important than everyone thinks. If you don't believe there is a God, you end up with people having no morals, no limits, no restrictions. And then if you read the rest of the chapter, you see what they get into. The reprobate sins that we are still going through on a Wednesday night, including murder, homosexuality, fornication, wickedness, deceit, haters of God.
Fuck you, you bigot. Sorry, I had to.
Well, and he's got all those things in his church, right? In his own congregation, he has these things. But see, they're all forgiven.
Slim, you've seen the thing I posted in your Discord, the Instagram thingy. That was really funny.
There's a lot of people.
Some cunt posted something racist on as a comment on someone's post, and that person found them online. They found where they work, but also their Grinder profile. Because he went there, she made him apologize. Like, because if he didn't, said like, well, if you don't apologize, I'm gonna show your wife your Grinder profile. Oh, fucking
yeah, that was
hell.
amazing.
Fuck MAGA!
Oh, you hang around long enough and listen to the biggest mouths, and sooner or later they get caught with somebody, same sex usually, or other impositions, and almost every time, biggest mouths are covering up something.
Yeah, you know what? Why religious groups like that are so anti-gay? You know that whole
runs a club meeting.
Yeah, the whole no, those whole religious groups, like even like MAGA. What is that? That's men worshiping men, men loving men. And if you don't control that, if you accept that, and like you let people be gay, you lose your subservient female group, and then shit goes to shit. I got a good video about that somewhere. I saved way too much shit. But yeah,
no, it's true. No offense to anybody that runs around in lifestyle, Really fine here at the captive desk.
Yeah, no.
You can see that result. This chapter tells you what will keep you from the list of sins is a fear of being accountable to the Creator. That's what will keep you from this list of sins in the rest of this chapter.
See, that's garbage
Nah.
too. Sin is a big garbage. Don't you still sin? Well, yeah. Well, then what did Jesus die for? Well, he died for my sins. Well, he died for every sin that everybody's ever gonna have. Yeah, doesn't make any sense. How can you die for some people that haven't even been born yet? Well, it redeems everybody. So everybody goes to heaven? Well, no. Oh, wait a minute.
But also, if Jesus died for your sins, then like, go sin. Otherwise, he died for nothing.
That's right. He's paid the price, and he's continually paying the price. So you should take advantage, right? You want to give a free
You don't
gift.
want him to have died for nothing.
That's right.
That would be sad.
What will keep you from murder, homosexuality, lust, filth, lying is a fear of being accountable to your Creator. It's very
What if you got no problem saying you like sucking the wang?
And the other thing that they're forgetting is like the criminal system. What are we talking about, you dumbass? You murder somebody and the government finds out, you go to fucking prison, dumbass. That's what the other moral thing. And that you shouldn't base your morals off of whether you go to prison or not. But that is one of the ways that we base our morals off of is societal norms.
Mm-hmm.
You should base your morals on empathy. The only correct way to do it.
Obviously, but also
But
it
then
is
again-
like they say that we don't have a structure. There is a structure. It's called fucking the government.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hello, Bree. Buzz to
hey,
you
Bree.
as well. Started my day with Bree over there at the Hive. Like one mind talking about Bigfoot. All hail Bigfoot. You've seen all my Bigfoots, right?
Hail Bigfoot.
We'll play, let's see. We got Bigfoot and Toast.
Bigfoot and toast, toast is good.
That's just for you, Bree. Bree has a lot of artwork over there at that channel too. So you want to check out all the farm out artwork there. She's got cool graphics. All right, well, we'll give you one more shot here, buddy. Here you go. This is your last hurrah. Should we skip or should we just play right where he's at?
Play it.
Just play
Yeah,
it?
just-
All right.
I don't know.
very important. When you teach generations of children there is no Creator to whom they will be accountable to, you get what you're seeing today.
Who didn't teach him that? I didn't know it was the school's job to do that. So if it's not the school's job to do that, but it's at home or the church or the community's job to do that, then you should have done that and taught them about God. So you can't throw that one back on the church. See how it works that way? Or on the school. See how it works that way? Right? If you say it can't be taught at school, then it can't be taught at school. They didn't learn it at school. They didn't learn it from you or your community. Just saying.
In this world today, you get exactly that. The way to fix it is to kick Darwin out of the schools and bring back the Bible.
There you go. He's got the solution. Just like all religions want to do, pretty much eventually, I think, is take over. And that includes the schools. And what's the best way to take over young minds is to infest them in the schools.
Get them
This
when they're
guy
young.
Wants to get
Just
you
like-
in the schools. Oops.
Yeah, like Trump
And-
does. Get them while they're young. Oh, what?
Yeah, absolutely. He did, this guy is, was it Mike or Scott? Somebody was saying earlier, is he Christo-fascist or something, whatever the word was. Yeah, he is a little bit. Yeah, he has no tolerance for anybody. Anybody thinks different than him, much less anybody else. Other groups of people, forget it. But you know, he's got a whole. Let's see. I don't got it up here. He had a lot of views. No, he didn't. Which is what I look for because it means it's terrible. And so far, it's panned out pretty good. Even well, some of the big ones are over the top terrible, but at least they're made well. Yeah. These low budget ones, and they're poor. They kind of advertise themselves. So yeah, you know, kind of stood out like a sore thumb, right? But hey, here I am. The other guy had a better camera, and the other one I might do in shorts because he's already got it in shorts. So I was thinking I might do the other one in shorts because it's a bunch of quick ones like evolution's still a theory. Yeah. It's just a theory. I don't know how many times he says it.
Isn't it getting a bit chilly for shorts? Never mind.
Yeah, really. Give it a rest. But yeah, he's already got them broken up, so I might just hit him. We'll see. There's always stuff, and then I go off on something else, and then I come across something else, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go look at this, and you know, so never know what it's gonna be. So Slim, did you say you're gonna go over something? So I'm on Discord. That's right, Purple.
Yes, we're gonna be doing a thing for Christmas. So, Brainless, you know how to explain it better. The playlist and are we doing 1 day or 2 days?
As far as
The
I know,
entire-
it's 48 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2 days.
It's from the first moment that there is a place on Earth where there's Christmas until the last point on Earth that has Christmas.
So the best of my knowledge, Christmas Day, 2 to 4 my time, Mountain Standard Time. We're doing a 2-hour stream. I'm going to go over how magic mushrooms caused weird people to put Christmas trees inside their house or trees inside their house, and why they started decorating things, and where Christmas lights or lighting things or making reflective things came from, and the history of the weirdness, which is the drugs of Christmas, pretty much.
Cool. Brainless, what are you up to? Hanging out at different channels?
Well, that's where I'm gonna be,
Okay.
I believe. And I believe day after Christmas, the Commander's going live.
Yeah, and I'll be there.
Not know what time, but if you look at the channel, because she already has the stream set up.
All right.
I could,
And
of
I'll be
course,
on.
quickly go look at that.
Yeah, I'll be on I'm sorry, Commanders as well.
I gotta make myself a thumb, and I will put myself on the list. Put that on my list. Add myself to the list. Yeah, she said 6 to 7 Central Time. So 7, 8 Eastern. I think that's
awesome.
That's
cool.
Christmas Eve.
Gotcha.
So it looks like I'm kicking everything off.
Yeah,
Sweet.
cool.
If I'm available, if you don't mind, I'll be there.
It'll be just before prime time, it looks like. So whoever's on prime time, I'm on just before them. Yep.
I don't know how that is in my time, but yeah, I'll pop over. I don't know. Does Purple have a list of?
Yes, she does.
Okay, because I'm not on her server though, so
I need to make a link to send her, but yes, it is.
I got to. I don't have anything but her thingy here. Purple.
Yeah, that's
There's purple.
probably what I'll be doing. Joining
Uh,
Slim, maybe joining you, maybe, and probably joining Vander.
What's she got it listed under?
I posted her link to that stream. And she got some. I don't remember what they got ready. But they
Christmas Day Marathon.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
She got a couple of stupid videos. Commander got some stupid videos of people doing stupid shit, including accidentally setting their house on fire. All seasonally themed.
Maybe I'll do the but evolution is just a theory.
Yeah.
It's a short one. I don't know. I think the last couple of times I don't even think I even got it to my videos. We were just talking. I don't see a schedule.
That
up
could
there.
happen.
There's no
Yes, Rat, we're still going.
there's no schedule yet.
Well, I'm sure it'll be up soon. But anyways, yeah. In the next 2 days she'll have one up. Or
Probably.
I know where it's at now. Okay. Yeah, I'm not real good with Discord, but I'm figuring it out. All right, cool. And don't forget, next Saturday we plan on being here. And everybody have a happy holiday and a safe one. And we'll be here again next weekend, and there'll be another holiday. Lots of holidays this week.
yeah.
So everybody have a good one. And with that, I will play my outro. Let me think. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go through.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, everybody have a good
Happy
holiday.
horny days. Happy
And
horny days.
especially Regios for helping out the channel. Stop the Stupidity for helping out the channel. Atheist Queen for stopping out the channel. Everybody that's been helping out. All the ones that were members.
Yeah, you've forgotten one thing that got posted. So it's
8
Eric
months.
dropped a message for 4 months. So,
And Eric, hey, we got Eric for 4 months. Well, Eric, we'll give you one before we go then. We'll give you a toast.
We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast. We love toast.
woohoo!
And around here, we do love toast, and you just might get thrown back at you. So. Better watch out for the toast, right? And I want to thank Slim for stopping by and hanging out with us. Thank you, Slim.
Thank you very much for having me.
You have a good holiday, and we'll see you on on Thursday then, and I'll be on Wednesday. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
we'll see
Something
you
like
on
that.
the holidays. Yeah,
I'll
for
be
sure.
around. I'll be
Happy
around.
holidays, everybody. Yeah.
Happy holidays, and have a safe one. You too, Brainless. Everybody in
Right
the
back at ya.
chat said thank you. Same to you. Have a happy one and a safe one. And we'll see y'all next time here at the Captive Desk.
Night, y'all.
Whispers float without a sound. History speaks in tales of lore, knocking at the captive desk's door. Roar! Legends live within these walls, silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking at the captive desk's door. Captive desk, hold our dreams, where reality and no myth seems Silent echoes in the halls, books and stories on the floor, knocking